Yeah, that X joint is still doing that same thing where they tell you you have to be subscribed to the premium or the thing or whatever. I ain't doing that. I ain't doing that. Y'all ain't gonna all of a sudden charge me for something that was free. That's the gimmick now, you know what I mean? Like that's what Apple does. They basically charge people for things that were free, accessories that used to come with the device. They turn that into a whole nother arm of revenue that now you gotta pay for stuff that basically was free before. That's what Twitter doing basically. Oh, if you want to stream to the platform, you have to subscribe. Subscribe to these nuts. I ain't doing it. That's what you can do with that. I tell you what, let me post a joint to the thing though. I may not be able to stream to the platform, but I can tell people that I'm live. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna share it. I'm gonna share it. Hold on, and I'm gonna make people feel bad. Hold up. Give me a second, y'all. Y'all know I'm old, so bear with me. 'Cause y'all know I'm old. Um, and yeah, man, you know. So we got a couple of fights this weekend. Smokey, what it do? Texas, what it do? These are not big fights. These are not they're not mouth-watering fights. Alexis Roach is supposed to be fighting this weekend on a Golden Boy show. Junto's fighting Astrolabia, but y'all know what I think he gonna do to him. He gonna knock Astrolabia out. And of course, there's the pay-per-view, the Jake Paul Mike Perry fight. And I don't know if I want to buy another pay-per-view right now. I don't know if I really want to do that. I know Amanda's on it, so that's making me want to buy it. But she's probably gonna beat the hell out of that girl. So it's like, it's we'll see. Maybe I get it. I need something to watch. Um, saw Chocolatito on Friday. He looked all right. Now, obviously, he's been out of the ring for 2 years, and he's 37 years old. So you could see that he's slowing down. Like you could see that, yeah, he's been out a while. But all in all, it was a solid performance. It was solid. Um, I think I saw Julian Julianis say that he might go to 115. He might go back down to fight Kosei Tanaka. Some people think he might stay at 118. Either is fine by me. I could go for a Kosei Tanaka fight. I don't mind that fight. But he could stay at 118. He could fight Takumi Inui. He could fight the other two champions. There's two champions there. They're not very experienced. The both of them only have 9 fights. I think it's the IBF champion and the WBO champion at 118. I forget their names. But Chocolatito could probably beat either of those two guys to become a 5 division champion. And at 37, that would be monumental if he did that, if he decided to do that. That, yeah, they're not the very best guy up there, but that you're still doing this at this age, at 37, that is impressive. So he has that avenue of opportunity. A lot of people forget that he was in Japan for a very long time, Chocolatito, because the market for those divisions really is in Asia. So he could always go back to Japan, go back to taking promotions and do those fights. Obviously, he's not with Matchroom if DAZN didn't show his fight. It wasn't on DAZN, it was on ESPN. So he's not with Matchroom anymore. He's not on DAZN anymore. That's obvious. But he could always go back to Taken. They love him over there at Taken. They love him in Japan. And he could always fight either one of those two champions, the WBO or IBF champion at 118. He could do that. It's an option. Martin, what it do? Luisito que lo cree, manín. El Luisito te aquí, el Luisito Mosquera, ya tú sabes, manín. Team Batman is in the building. You are the knight. Shout out to my man, Team Batman. Alfred is here. No relation to Batman. So he could always do that. And, I wouldn't mind seeing him fight Takuma Inui. I wouldn't mind seeing him just pick up a belt at 118. I don't think he can go undisputed at that weight because, well, to go undisputed, you would have to fight Junto. And yeah, that's not a good idea for you, dog. You 37 and you little. The dude he was fighting on Friday made him look little. Like he looked little. Like, yeah, you got to chill out, bro. Mason Killer, Cooking Shakur, and Jay Prince. Yo, it's cause it's like what are they trying to do? You know, it's kind of like that. Like, what's Shakur and Jay trying to do? Like, you trying to gatekeep opinions now, bro? You trying to tell people that they can't be bored? I see just so much weird behavior around that whole story. People trying to say Bob Arum this, but what about Bob didn't say nothing, dog? Bob is not the reason people say that fight was boring. He's not the reason. It's always the same kind of cookie cutter arguments that, like, no, dog, you know what it was? You conflating a bunch of stuff. That fight was boring. That's all it is. That doesn't even mean he's a bad fighter. I don't think he's a bad fighter. I think he's good at what he does. But what he does is not always fun to watch. But is he good at what he does? Yeah, he good at what he does, yo. I seen all type of stuff, yo. I seen just silliness, like, oh, if you don't like, man, I don't gotta like that. I ain't trying to be an expert. I just watch. You know, I'm not an expert. I am just a fan. And I'm telling you that joint was boring. That's all. You know, people being weird. Frank Sinatra in the building. It was a dreadful fight. It really was, bro. Like, everybody always trying to get in their feelings. You know what it is? I don't even like to get, I ain't even going to get into what it is. Because it's like, why are you so soft on Sugarfoot fighting? Why are you so protective of Sugarfoot fighters, bro? What you feel like you were personally attacked? Get over yourself, bro. Base, hit the link, bro. This link is for Base. If you ain't Base the Kid, don't hit this link. If you do, you staying backstage. Hit this link, Base. I ain't hear what you thought about that fight. I didn't catch your opinion. If you are not Base the Kid, do not click that link because you won't get a spot. You not Base Kid. Wow. There you go.
Base, what you thought about that fight? Do you think people are being too hard on Shakur?
You know, I'll be real. I watched it back the other day, and it wasn't as boring as I remembered on the night. If I'm honest, there was a bit of a you go, I go, you go, I go kind of scenario. But to be fair, I mean, look, he stayed in the pocket. It wasn't necessarily him that was moving. A lot of it was Haratunian. He tried to push the action a little bit. He just didn't have enough nuance to, change up the game plan.
Fair enough. Fair enough. But I guess this is my thing.
Nobody has to apologize necessarily for what they find entertaining or not. You know what I mean? Like, we all got preferences in terms of entertainment. That's why we all watch different movies of different genres. Like, my wife likes comedies. I really hate comedies in terms of movies. I could watch a good stand-up act, but not comedy movies, you know? So I'm like, if people thought that it was boring, oh well. They don't have to explain themselves, you know what I mean? And when you see the way that Cam and them is going back and forth with him, it's like, Shakur, what's your point, bro? They just some sports fans that thought the fight was boring. At the end of the day, that's all it really is. They two sports fans. They thought the fight was boring. And they ain't the only ones. I could do a poll right now of people that thought that fight was boring. And I guarantee it's going to be a landslide. I guarantee it. So it's like, nah, dog, it's not them. It's not, oh, they hating. No, it ain't hate, bro. It ain't hate. Sometimes you're boring. And that ain't even the first time that happened.
No, you know, I agree. And as you said, no one owes anyone an explanation for the way they feel, right? So I'm with you on that. But on this particular occasion, I think it's a little bit harsh on Shakur because he wasn't the boring part of the fight. He wasn't the reason that fight became boring or looked boring. For the first half of the fight, it was actually a pretty decent spirited thing. But then I think Haratunian kind of realized, all right, I'm out of my depth. So let me try sort of stay safe and pick my moments. And it devolved into a bit of a, like I said, it was just a bit of a one note thing where there was no adjustments. But I can't blame Shakur for that because he was trying to press the fight at least.
I guess the reason that people lay the blame at his feet, it is a little bit lazy because you're right. He was the guy coming forward, but he was punching in sequence, which I kept saying in the weekend recap and after that, that you know what made it boring? You're punching in sequence. You're taking turns with him. You're only really letting your hands go when it's safe. It's just not happening often enough and suddenly enough to make this fun to watch. Because if you compare his fight to Sky, I'm not even, look, I'm not a Sky Nicholson fan. Like, I'm not. Her
Yeah.
fight was fun to watch because she was snapping old girl head back. She threw like 3 left hands because she a southpaw. Threw 3. Like, it was for real. It was fun to watch. Whereas with Shakur, there was just something monotonous about that fight. And when you watch it, it's that, oh well, you're taking turns with him. He's taking turns with you, and you're taking turns with him. And
Yeah.
it's like
Well,
you said, one note.
Funny you talk about the Sky fight, right? Because even I admit, yeah, it was actually a lot more entertaining than most of her other fights. But again, I think her most entertaining fight thus far was the one against Tania Alvarez, and Alvarez was dog shit. It was just, but that come forward pressure eventually it wore Sky down to the point where at least the fight looked like there was intrigue in it. Whereas this was just a clean performance for 10 rounds.
That's why I still have Amanda beating her. Like, I love how people just love to go with the new and the now. And I don't have nothing against Sky Nicholson, honest to God. But it's like, y'all bugging. Did y'all see the Tania Alvarez fight? Tania, who's not good at all, had her huffing and puffing, and she was touching her. She wasn't always getting off, but yeah, she was touching her. You could see that if we put you in here with a better grade of fighter like this that throws punches and bunches, you'll go out. You will
Yeah,
go
but you
out.
know what? No, do you know what I'll say about that, right? And I've always kind of agreed with you until maybe after watching this fight and the previous fight. And while I still think Amanda is obviously like the clear favorite, I actually think Sky has got a style good enough to beat her with the footwork. Because if you know Amanda, one thing Amanda can't do is cut off the ring. She can't do it against orthodox, and she can't do it against southpaws. And the way that I saw Sky was making Vargas look stupid, the way she was making Wildheart look stupid when he was trying to close the distance with her angles, I think Amanda's going to have problems because Amanda wants to set her feet before she punches, and she's not going to get the chance to set her feet.
Yeah, but Amanda, if you go back and you watch the Danila Ramos fight or the Sarah Mahfoud fight, remember, they moved around all night. They didn't want to sit in one spot. They moved around all night. What separates Amanda from Vargas and from Tania, she shows more of a jab. You can go back and see it, that she's not just coming forward and winging big, stupid punches. She'll jab. She'll jab at you first.
Yeah.
And she'll touch you and then bring the other stuff over.
I just think the footwork, I do think the footwork will cause her problems. And looking at it on Saturday, it's even more pronounced now. Plus, if you also, I'm not saying that she's like a big puncher or anything, but Sky is sitting down a bit more on her punches. So if she catches Amanda, she probably would have enough to obviously stop her.
You're going crazy. You are going crazy, bro.
Dude, are you telling me that she didn't show a bit more punching power over the weekend compared to what she used to?
With Vargas, bro.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, if she can remember, look at the size of her arms, her reach and her length. You telling me she can't try and catch Amanda coming in?
I'm going to tell Amanda what you said.
I tell Amanda. I still think she's the favorite, but this fight's a lot closer than it used to be.
Tell her what you said. I'm going to tell her that you think that she'll beat her because her arms is too long. I'm going to call Amanda right now on the bat phone, and I'm going to tell her.
Call her. Tell her to at me.
Now, matter of fact, I'm going to gas it because I am going to tag you to it. I'm going to tag you to this shit right now.
In the day, I've got nothing but love for Amanda, but I can't help what I see. And I see that she has issues cutting off the ring. She has issues closing people down that move. And when it comes to Sky, unfortunately, Sky moves very well. I still think Amanda can get to her, but it will take a long time.
Nah, I'm gonna.
That's my opinion.
I'm gonna gas it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it worse.
Go on.
I'm gonna try to put you on the spot. Hold up.
It's okay. Do your thing.
I want to get the conversation going because I'm bored. And
Unfortunately, I can't stick around for too long though. I'm actually
no,
getting
you
ready
got to
for my
stay.
pops' funeral, so
Oh Jesus, I'm sorry,
it's not.
bro. My
It's later
condolences,
on. It's
bro.
later on today, but you know what I mean. I'm just like sorting some shit out.
My condolences, bro. My condolences.
Appreciate you.
But yeah, man. I mean, I see the pivots, and I'm just like, look, it looks good, and I'm not even saying it's not good. I see the pivots. I see that she's on her toes the whole fight. She's got a great engine because she can do it the whole 20 minutes. So you see that, yeah, she's fit. She's match fit. But it's just a very different assignment when, no, you're not going to get Amanda's respect, dog. Amanda went balls to the wall with Erica Cruz. You think she's going to be worried about you and your pity pats? No, bro. Like, you're bugging, bro.
But was that what was that cruise on the Nasarena juice, or was that regular cruise?
That I mean, like, if you want my honest opinion, base, with me, when that happens, I tend to backtrack. I'm like, no, you probably were on it in the Amanda Serrano fight, because you
Okay.
took a lot of shots and you wouldn't. She took a lot of shots in that fight and she wouldn't stop coming at her. And I'm like, yeah, dog, come on. Like, something got to give, and it was just weird to see how much respect she got from Nazarena because, Nazarena lives in the exchange, dog. She lives
Yeah.
to trade punches. That's who she is. So that she was so just timid and gun shy and unsure. It's like, yeah, like you use and what she tested positive for. We know she tested positive for Winstrol, but
Yeah.
they say there was more than that. It wasn't just Winstrol. So it's like, yeah, come on, B. She probably been using that shit for a minute, but they haven't been testing her, and then when they tested her up, look what happened.
But shouldn't they have been testing her because they was competing for the WBC title at 126, right? So she should have been getting tested by a clean
But can
boxing
we
program.
well, not the clean boxing. Well, you mean in
Rather,
the
yeah,
in the Serrano fight, right? You mean
yeah,
in that one?
yeah,
Yeah, I mean that's a valid point. That like, hey, maybe you don't normally get tested, but you should have got tested in the Serrano fight because, well, that was a big one. That was a big unification match. It was a big show. It was at the Garden. The tickets sold well. I remember the tickets sold well. They did a good gate and all of that. So that's a fair point. But I'm just, you know me, bro. I'm just very distrustful that once that happens, it's like, well, I can't really trust nothing after that, And
no, I hear you.
Erica, she throws punches like a tornado. So it's like, well, that explains a lot, That
Yeah.
explains a lot.
No,
You know, I,
I agree, and I don't disagree. I think there's a lot of reason to believe what you're believing. So yeah, but it's weird when we have to try and do the backtrack and work to the older equations. Oh, but what happened in this fight and that fight? It makes everything more of a headache than it needs to be.
yeah, and it's one of those things to where you treat it like a lie. That if you found out that someone was lying to you, right? Well, you ain't gonna trust them that much after that, right? Once you gonna know now, like, oh, so you gotta kind of look at it like that. That, hey, man, you got caught with some shit. I don't know how long you've been using that shit. Like, you might have been using that the whole time for all I know. The same way you would look at somebody who lied and say, oh, well, you might have been lying about other stuff too, So I can't trust you, So with Erica, and she got stripped, by the way. Nazarena's gonna fight for the belt. She's gonna fight Paulette Valenzuela. So the prediction did kind of still stick that I said, yeah, Nazarena's gonna be the next WBA champion. Yeah, it looks like she is. She didn't win it from Erica, but all the same, looks like she's gonna be the champion.
So how come they ain't gonna let Myling Rivas fight for the vacant title? Seeing as obviously Erica's the one that beat her, and now we don't know about the you know what I mean?
Well, no, because technically, well, you talking about that she beat Mayerline, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what I thought they were gonna do because Nazarena and Mayerline are number 1 and number 2. So that's what I thought that's what they were gonna do, But I don't
Yeah.
really think
So that would have
Mayerline
been their rematch as well because they needed
I
to
don't
run it
think
back
she,
from the
bro.
technical draw.
I don't think she wanted them problems, bro. To be real with you,
Probably not.
the fight is on YouTube. You could watch it. Nazarena was busting her up. She knocked it down at least once, and you could see that. Yeah, Mayerline is not liking these punches. The pace is getting to her. I don't really think she wanted. If it would have been Mayerline and somebody else, then Mayerline probably would have took the fight. But she probably see like Nazarena again. Nah, I'm good. Y'all can have that. So she gonna fight Paulette. I got her beating Paulette. Hooker by crook. It's in Argentina, so hooker by crook. I got Nazarena, but I don't think she has to rob her. I'm just saying if
Yeah.
it comes to that, it's there. It is
No, I
there.
agree.
So
I agree. But yo, listen, I gotta jump off, finish up. But I'm gonna jump on one of the future lives. All right.
all right, bro. You stay up. My
Peace out.
condolences, best wishes, bro.
Thank you, man.
And yeah, man, I just told Amanda. Amanda just liked it. She ain't say nothing yet. But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? I'm about to talk some shit. Hold up. Hold on. I'm gassing shit. But yeah, Oscar is being an obstruction to the Williams Zepeda fight. That's what else is going on. The last video I did, I uploaded about it. The last video I did, But I've been saying he's non-committal to that fight. I've been saying that. Ray, you better click that link, bro. What you talking about, bro? I ain't lying about nothing. I don't lie, bro. Lying weakens the soul. I don't do that. You will be hard pressed to find somebody that's more honest and trustworthy than me. Honestly, yo. Lying weakens the soul. That's for scary people, bro. I don't do that. I can't do that. It's just beneath to do that. You know what I mean? Better click that link, Ray. You know? And things are going to start picking up in August, I would say. That's when things really start to pick up on the schedule because we get Crawford Madrimov. PBC's doing a show in August, but nobody's going to care about that. Things start picking up in August because we get Crawford Madrimov. Then in September, we get Joshua Dubois, plus Canelo's next fight. I feel like I'm missing something. Ray, hold up. Marty said, what's Junto biggest fight next year? I believe it's Inui. I agree with you. You think Chocolatito still has what it takes to become a champion, bro?
Against who?
Kosei Tanaka at 115.
I'm going to say no.
You don't think he could beat Kosei? You don't think that?
I don't know, because when I saw him against Estrada, the thing was, okay, if he knocks Kosei out, then yes. But if we're talking like straight to decision, no. One, it's in Japan, most likely, and then two,
they ain't gonna rob him. They don't rob people in Japan, bro.
They robbed what's it called? I forgot the guy who fought what's the guy that's at the smaller weights just above minimum?
Well, there's a lot of guys above minimum, bro. Like
the only person that matters that's unified.
Talking about Kenshiro?
Yeah, he fought a guy from Nicaragua in Japan, and I was watching the fight, and originally I was like, oh, he looks good. He knocked the guy down, but then he got knocked down, and then he started running, and then he started getting outlanded, and I was like, all right, so this should be an L. Shouldn't really be that controversial, and he won the fight. And then on that same card, Delakian lost in a fight that he won. I want to say maybe 9 or 10 of the rounds.
I personally, because of his relationship with Taken, remember, he used to be a Taken Promotions fighter. Technically, he still is, because in Nicaragua on Friday, there were Taken banners in the ring. I remember seeing some Taken banners. So if he's still doing business with them, and it's my understanding that they really love Chocolatito. It's like family and all of that over there, right? So I don't think they would rob him, bro. I don't think they would. But he's, another possibility is the two champions at 118, the WBO and the IBF guy, because they don't have a lot of fights. Like, they both only have like 9 fights, both of them. And one of them can't punch. One of them only has 1 knockout. So I'm like, I think Choco could beat them guys, man.
Those guys, yeah, but like someone like Kosei Tanaka, I don't really think so unless it's a stoppage, because even like the way he looked against Estrada, he looked so flat in that first half.
Did you see him on Friday though? Did you see him?
No, I didn't.
He fought
Who
on
he fight?
ESPN. He so some guy, bro.
Oh.
But he stopped him. He did stop him. It was at 118. He stopped the guy. I ain't gonna lie. He looked a little bit. Like there's things that you have to accept. That the guy's been out 2 years. He's 37 years old. This is his first fight since losing to Estrada. So he's gonna look a little rusty. But he didn't look bad. He just looked a little slower. But he didn't look bad. Like, nah, he looked like Choco doing his Choco thing, bro. So, I give him a chance, bro. Give him a chance.
Oh yeah. Also, the thing where I said you got to be lying. I wasn't talking about you. There's a guy that said Jaime Munguia left Freddie Roach.
Oh, he did. He's going back to Eric.
What the? Why? What the
I
fuck
don't know,
happened?
bro. I don't know. I don't know. I figure it got to be the price. If it's something like it got to be that Freddie don't come cheap at his age, and Wild Card is famous, bro. Freddie is a Hall of Fame trainer. The Wild Card Boxing Gym is a high-profile gym. So I just figured that, what? He probably want to save a few dollars, so he going to go back to Eric. Because I don't think Eric don't got stripes as a trainer like Freddie. He don't. Like, who does Eric train besides Jaime?
But I heard they didn't even have like the best like relationship as they like split up or something. So
I mean, it must be more solid than we thought if he going back to him. What you think about this Cam and Mace and Shakur joint, bro?
that shit was so fucking corny. I saw the video. I was seeing it. I was like, nah, bro, Jay Prince. And also, what's funny? A couple of weeks ago, right? I was arguing with someone that there's those people that be saying Shakur fights ain't real, right? And they said, yeah, bro, look how Jay Prince is, yo, people are scared of him. And I saw that shit. I was like, nah, you can't be real with that, bro. And they not scared enough, bro. And for them to talk like that, it's crazy.
I mean, like, it's not even. It's more like it's like they trying to gatekeep what you could say. That no, if you was bored, you don't know. You know what I mean? Shit like that, and it's like,
Yeah, but
dog, that you can't tell people whether or not they was bored. That's all.
I'll
That's
say
all
this
they
from my
said.
perspective. I'll say it from my perspective. As someone who watched Shakur a lot, like I went back, I watched his older fights, I watched the ones now. Only fight I haven't watched on repeat is a very obvious one that I'll never watch on repeat. And legitimately, when I saw this fight, I said, yo, like, what am I supposed to be seeing here? You promised a great performance. I don't see anything. It's not dynamic. It's not electric. There's not much happening. You kind of just repeat emotions. That's boring and monotonous. And I understand boxing. In fact, my understanding of boxing is why I don't like the fucking fight. I literally am watching it. I'm like, yo, you're not doing nothing special. And for anybody saying he is, y'all don't know shit about boxing. Sorry.
No, and the other thing is, as if we have to justify being bored. Like, no, and I said it in the recap that I did, that what made it boring is that even though you're coming forward, you taking turns, you fighting in sequence. I punched and you punched and I punched and you punched for 36 minutes. Well, yeah, that's boring. And y'all both being safe. Like, yeah, you coming forward, but y'all both being safe. You ain't really getting at him. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's boring. Like that don't mean he's bad. That don't mean he's not he's a skilled fighter. He's very skilled. But yeah, you laid an egg again. And that ain't even the first time, bro. Like, you did that with Nicotila. You did that with Edwin. You laid an egg, bro.
He did it with Joette Gonzalez.
Yeah, that was boring too. You know what I mean? So it is what it just is what it is. And that Jay Prince, I don't even know, like, I seen what he said, and I'm like, is that a threat? Are you threatening him? That I'm gonna fade all the shots. He said he gonna fade. It's so, like, where's he from? Atlanta? Jay
Nah,
Prince?
he's from Texas, right? I'm great, right, or at least that's where he
He's from Texas. Can somebody from Texas interpret that for me? Because I don't. He gonna fade all the shots and take all the bets. What are you talking about, bro? Like,
I thought. Wait, I think he might have been saying, "I'll take, like, I guess, all the heat for what he's saying, maybe." Or like all the like internet beef stuff that's going on. Maybe he's like, I'll be in those arguments instead of him like argue with me or something.
Before that, it's what he said before that. I'm Shakur's manager. I handle his business outside of the ring, in the streets. It's like, what are you saying, bro? You gonna shoot somebody over this, bro?
Yeah.
You gonna do a drop hours? Yo, I was bored at that shit. You know what I'm saying? Shots start going off and all of that. Like, be serious, bro. You 60. Be serious. You know, and Cam and Mace didn't say nothing. Like, when all this really got started, if you go back to when they first mentioned it, it was pretty PG. Like, they ain't say, yeah, yo, go suck a dick. You bored. They didn't do that. They just say, yo, that shit was type boring.
Bro, it was because Stevenson mad fucking sensitive. I remember, yo, he went at Berto, and I remember I was like, yo, wasn't Berto like riding your dick like 2 days ago? Like, what? Why are you going at him for?
Bro, he
what he
went
say,
at,
bro?
bro, he literally went at everybody. He went at Berto, Ishe, Marcus Brown, Chris Algieri, Tim Bradley. He was
Yo,
barking at a yo. He was
yo,
barking on a motherfucker in the spaces, bro.
you know what's insane? When I saw him say that shit about ESPN, Tim Bradley, and Chris Algieri, right? And it's kind of the same shit I said about Berto, bro. These guys were straight up praising you. What are you even hating on? When he said the reporter, what's his name, the dude that interviewed him after the fight,
Kriegel.
yeah, he said, yo, Kriegel said some dumb shit or whatever. I remember somebody replayed it back. I think it was Blue Collar TV Sports, and I saw BDA both play it back. What the fuck did he say? What did he say to you? Oh, I'm still confused. What did you get upset about? Because he asked about people leaving? Like, was that it?
The shit is that he just on his young shit. And that's, if you really look at it, bro, you just on your young shit. Like, it's just me against the world. But like that's the kind of time you on, bro. That can't nobody tell you nothing and can't nobody say nothing. That's what it is. But it's like, nah, for real, people was bored. Like, they were, though. Like, that don't mean you a bad fighter, but you making too much of this shit is what it is. You making too much of it. Like, relax, bro. Just relax. Do better in the next one, you know? If you feel some type of way, do better in the next one. Even Bud told him, you gotta let your hands go. When you was coming forward, you wasn't really letting your hands go like that. Bud said it right when he walked to the backstage area.
Yeah,
So it's
like
not
they're
like
sitting
people
down.
crazy.
He gave him tips, pointers, and that motherfucker just talked over him. Like, I was like, nah, that's crazy, bro. Like, really, nobody could tell you shit. He can't even tell you shit.
Then don't listen. No, because the shit is, you know what? Then don't listen to nobody, bro. Because where he's at, and I don't want it to be that way for him, right? But Zepeda about to cold duck this man. He
Yeah.
is. And if you
But
want
not
to work,
wait, that's
hold
him or
on.
like,
I mean, like, look, I don't think Zepeda is scared of him, but Oscar don't want to do it. So I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. If your handler is sandbagging it, hey, this a duck, man. I ain't gonna sit here all day and explain the shit. The shit is a duck, bro. All right, because if you believe he could do it, then you put him in there and you do it. The standard don't change. So even though I think it's the weirdest situation, bro, because I think Zepeda stands a legitimate chance of winning that fight.
bro, I think he's a favorite. Like, that's like, if we're being real, that's probably like, if we were to put an average, that might be from the Artem fight,
Because
70-30. 70-30,
bro,
if
we
we're being real.
seen that fight a million times. Hurd versus Lara, Hurd versus Harrison, Zoo versus Harrison, Better B versus Brandt. We seen this. Rakamore versus Barrett. 9 times out of 10, the volume guy wins. 9 times out, not always, but 9 times out of 10, yeah, he wins. But Oscar, he don't want to make it. You can see he don't want to make. Yo, you know what's crazy? Ain't nobody gonna tell us. Man, what the? You was just saying. Yo, you was just talking shit on Saturday, bro. You was just talking shit. That's crazy.
I just don't want Zepeda's brand to become this though, because it's like you making that motherfucker look bad. Like, he's really starting to look bad. Like, there's people that usually would just clown on Shakur that are just like, bro, like, we could see you ducking him. Like, it's sad to say, and I don't even want him to get that ammunition and start saying it, but it looks bad.
He has it, bro. Like, and that's why I said that I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for him, bro. I'm not like, no, if that's what your promoter doing, that's what you doing. That's that's what you doing, bro. Because if you want Shakur, you tell him, man, get me Shakur. I want him. When Stephan wanted Inoue, he went. You know, when they wanted Spence to go up and fight Thurman, he said, no, I'm not doing that. I'm gonna fight, you know? So I ain't gonna be over here apologizing, bro. I'm just not. We got F Bay. Is that David Haskell?
Oh, what's up, Frank?
What's up? You
Who is that?
what's up?
Frank Bay. I know this is the fucking profile pic. I remember that shit.
Who's
Yeah,
Frank
what's up,
Bay?
Reed?
Who's Frank Bay? I don't know
I'm
who
me,
that
man.
is.
Talking boxing. He knows
Oh,
me.
okay. Y'all know each other. He cool, yo. He not weird and all of
Yeah,
that.
yeah, not too weird. He's very pro Latino fighter, but I don't really care for that. Care about that. It's cool.
Oh, yeah,
He's
all
cool.
right, I don't
He
care
likes
about
fun
this.
fighters. He likes fun fighters. Yeah, fun fighters. I'll say
But
that.
I'm gonna
I
say,
like all
man.
fighters, man.
I'm
Come
gonna
on.
say, man, that Oscar's treating it like you don't need to protect William from this guy. William has the style for this assignment. You need to do it. And I was saying that in the spaces yesterday, bro. I'm like, Oscar being all squirrely about a fight that William could win, like on some real shit. It ain't hate or nothing. I'm saying when you put these volume guys that they're very aggressive and they throw a lot of punches against these pure boxers, oh, they usually get their ass beat. Outside of the odd scenario, yeah, they usually get their ass beat. So Oscar, make that shit. That could be a kingmaker for your boy, you know. But what you gonna do? And you know what the stupid shit is, Ray? If you put him in there with Dennis, Zepeda might lose.
I don't know
He's
about that.
Bro, he's already seen a more awkward pressure fighter in Navarrete, bro. Navarrete's
Yeah,
way more awkward, bro.
but the thing is with Navarrete is when I actually started looking back at him, and I actually started looking through his fights. I'm not saying this isn't true, but I think he's a bit more boxer puncher than a lot of people would like to admit. And the more he went up in weight, it's the more that style started getting worse and worse. It started disappearing from his game a bit more. And also, of course, when Navarrete fights tall guys, he's kind of shit.
Yeah, he is
Very
kind
shit,
of shit
actually.
when he fights.
Well,
But
who will be the favorite?
Baranchik wasn't a tall guy, though. He was a little dude. Compared to Navarrete, like, he was shorter than Navarrete, bro.
But the reach,
So
though,
it
was that
is
similar?
is Shakur the favorite by what, 3-1?
I don't know
What,
if the
against
I don't know
Zepeda? I don't
did the
know if
books
it's there.
open on that shit? Did they open a betting line on that shit?
No, but I'm speculating. So Zepeda, I'd favor him against Baranchyk. I think he would actually be the favorite going into Baranchyk.
For sure.
I mean, he would be the favorite going in. Like, I agree with you there that when the books open on that, they would have him as the favorite. But that dude pivots a lot, man. He don't stay in one spot. He does that Ukraine shit that he want to be jolly on the spot and pivot and step around you and
Well,
shit.
that's what Cabrera was for, was the gauge. Because
Yeah,
Cabrera gave Pitbull all he could handle.
Yeah, but Cabrera was on some. Bro, did you see Cabrera? He throwing these homo ass punches.
Yeah, I mean
That shit
he
was
wasn't
weird
that
as.
good, but he
Bro,
still was a measure.
he was, yes, he was and I said that before the fight, that this is a measure to determine who's the better pressure fighter, William Zepeda or Isaac Cruz. And I said, I've been saying, you can go to any episode I did on talking about them two. Like, William is above Cruz, bro. William is way above. Like, Cruz is Cruz, bro. Like, yeah, you a pressure guy, but you like a C plus, C pressure guy. William is more in that B tier. That, like, yeah, he picks his punches real good. Head body, head body, head body. He's more coordinated than you. He's a little bigger than you are. You know what I mean? Moves his head a little bit more than you do. So, you know, I'm just saying that Dennis Baranchyk fight, that ain't a walk in the park, is what I'm saying. That's not a
I'll
walk in the
say
park,
it's
bro.
more risky than a Stevenson fight just because of how bad Stevenson is offensively, and he hasn't really shown any improvement there. But even with Baranchyk, like, I think the way that he fights, like when I saw certain parts of Navarrete, he wanted to fight Navarrete up close. And I didn't really see him try to, like, really run away from the fight too much. He was pivoting, but he wasn't running from it. And if you're just pivoting away from the fight and you're still close range, the Zepeda can still hit you.
Yeah, but he has to turn with you. And I don't know if I don't think Zepeda has seen that. Like, the closest, they're doing a good job of making him learn how to deal with movers. Because if you remember the Hesta fight, Hesta was running, bro. Like, bro, you running, bro. Like, now you gasping for air, basically. And Cabrera, he was running. Maxie Hughes, southpaw, mover. and you know he's doing his thing. But none of them really pivot like that to get to the side of the dude and make him turn with him. They don't really turn him like that. And Berinchyk could punch a little bit. I know he's not, he's not a huge puncher, but he could punch a little bit, dog. Like he don't backtrack and outright retreat. He just pivot, step around you, you know? So I don't know, man. Like I think they should just make that Shakur fight, dog. That's what I think. He stands a chance. Shakur ain't gonna knock you out, dog. Like, that dude ain't gonna knock nothing out here, B. Like, get out of here. That dude is gonna throw 9 punches in a 3-minute round, dog. And he gonna land 2. You know what I'm saying? He ain't gonna knock nobody out here, bro. Like, get out of here. You know, so you should do that, but he ain't gonna do that. That's boxing, bro. I'm gonna say that's American boxing, bro, because America is such a letdown right now, bro. It's such a letdown. Like there's nothing going on, bro. You know, there's nothing going on.
Yeah, that would have to be Turkey coming and saying, I want to see that fight too. Let's make that happen. Do it on one of these massive cards. Let's have Virgil and Zoo if he comes back.
You know that Oscar wouldn't do it, bro? Because look, I'm gonna say this. He pulled Virgil out of the August show. Now, granted, he is fighting Sergey, and I like that fight. I think Virgil gonna knock him out. But Oscar is on some nut shit, bro. He just the other day, promoters need to work together. And then he said, yo, if he don't sign a Golden Boy, he don't get the fight. Like, bro, like you just said we need to work together. The best versus the best. You literally just said that, bro. I don't know, dog. I'm gonna leave it with Julio because I'm about to go take a shit. All right, nobody say no controversial shit while I'm going. Julio, do you think I didn't ask you about the shit because you don't be liking to be here, and I'm starting to get upset with you. Okay, I'm starting to get upset, Julio. Do you think that people are being too hard on Shakur? It's like, yo, come on now, it wasn't that boring. Was it that boring or was it not that boring?
So I'm a Shakur truther, so of course I'm a little biased. I think I'm not even trying to ride the fence, but with all the shit he's talking on Twitter all day, like, all right, well now he's put himself in a spot where he literally has to deliver. And also his promotional situation, like, all right, you want to play that way? Well, now you have to deliver a big fight. You got to figure out that too. So I think he is everything he says he is. I believe he is, but he has to show it for sure. I think people are right to want to see knockouts. Like, at the end of the day, they're paying money to see him. Like, and if that's what they want, hey, the paying customer is always right. So if you're paying, if you watch Shakur Stevenson, you can ask for a knockout. I don't have a problem with it.
If I could add to that, they were showing Manny Pacquiao versus Miguel Cotto on CBS, and there was Derek Jeter in the crowd, Will Ferrell, and Manny Pacquiao was dropping bombs. I mean, they were exchanging. That's what people want to see. That's what brings that. When was the last time you seen a New York Yankee at a fight? Like, that's what boxing needs. Maybe Ryan could bring Yankees out, but until another exciting fighter comes out, it is not going to happen. But that's what you need. And Shakur is never going to bring those people out. He may bring Yellow Beezy, I don't know. But
I thought the criticism of that performance, his last performance specifically, was unreasonable. Like, I didn't think it was boring, and I thought he fought a good fight. I thought he dominated him. I thought he showed that he's going to be a tough fight for everybody. But I think people are right to say that, yo, we want to see something more than a decision at this point.
You got to capture people's imagination. That's what Manny Pacquiao did, and he was very undersized. When you go watch his fights, looking back at it, you see how small he was, and that's what captured people's imaginations. Look at this little guy take these shots and deliver lightning quick blows. Like, that's how Shakur needs to come out.
He doesn't have to give up his defense to do that either. Like, Pacquiao wasn't.
You do.
Really.
You have
Pacquiao,
to be able to.
Not really, because Pacquiao wasn't Pernell Whitaker, but Pacquiao wasn't getting hit with flush shots every fucking round.
Oh, he was. He took a beating against
Pacquiao
Margarito.
Pacquiao had against Margarito, but For the most
Well,
part,
and,
Pacquiao
and
had
Marquez flattened him because he was such
because he made a mistake
puncher.
he made a mistake against one of the best counter punchers of all time. But
Well, that's
Pacquiao
the
was not
position
like
you're in.
Pacquiao wasn't defensively irresponsible. He was not a guy that got hit every single fight, flush. He wasn't getting dropped every single fight. He didn't have a lot of wars. He had good defense. A lot of fighters have great defense and they don't have to give up excitement. James Toney, like Duran was an excellent, some of the best defense in the history of boxing. He was still entertaining fighter. Like,
Well, the point
I
you
think
got to be
I
able
think
to
he can
take
go.
one to give one. I mean, that's kind of the sport. When you
I,
go for the knockout
That's
by
the
throwing,
exact opposite of the sport.
well,
The
no,
sport
by
is hit,
throwing,
not get hit. You can knock someone
that's
out,
what
but not get hit.
that's what you're promoting, and that's the boring shit people don't want to see. When you go for a
Well,
knockout,
that's
you're
not boring,
opening
though. I
yourself
literally
One at a
up.
just
time,
said-
fellas. One at a
I-
time, fellas. I want to hear.
I
both
literally
arguments.
just pointed out guys like James Toney, Roberto Duran. They were defensive specialists and they were exciting. Wilfredo Benitez, like you don't have. He doesn't have to get beat up, but he can deliver an exciting fight, and we've seen
Well,
him
my
do it
point
without
is,
getting hit.
when you are a dangerous puncher, that's kind of the give and take, right? I'm gonna sacrifice something for something. So if I'm going to knock you out, well, then I'm susceptible to. I'm opening myself up. That's the part of
But
being
boxing
too
isn't a
defensive.
zero-sum game. I don't support that either. Like Mike Tyson was a defensive. People think he was just in there slugging it out with people. No, Mike Tyson was a defensive fighter. He's a counterpuncher.
No,
Like,
but no. Wait a minute. You're
I'm not saying
gonna do that.
Shakur has to
You're
get
not
beat
gonna-
up to
you're
get
not
an
gonna-
exciting fight.
You don't foul Mike Tyson under defensive fighter. Did he have defense? Yes, his defense was his
Excellent
offense.
defense.
As he's barreling forward, he's side to side like a metronome, but he's barreling forward to close the distance and put punches together. His defense was his offense. Now, obviously,
Yes.
his defense didn't look like James Toney's, and his defense didn't look like Nicolino Loche's. Those are defensive fighters. And what categorizes, the way you really categorize them, is what's happening in the fight. So what's happening, and it's hard to classify James there because James let his hands go. Yes, he did, and he could knock you out. He hard.
But
You know what I mean,
But that's what my position is that Shakur can give us an exciting fight and still be defensively responsible. Like I don't think there's
Like, it's
boxing's a
possible.
zero-sum game. Like
It's
I think he can do it.
possible.
Like, yeah,
It's
you can be a defensive fighter and be exciting. Shakur needs to get over that.
Possible, but how possible? Like, is it possible? Like, yeah, Ice Spice theoretically could sit on my face, but it ain't gonna happen tomorrow, bro. Like, I ain't gonna happen tomorrow, bro.
And I
Didn't
get
you?
yeah,
But weren't you the one who said she was a Fordham Road? Like you could find her anywhere in the Bronx. Like
but I
so, it is
also
possible.
said- wait a minute, it is. But I also said, I never said she wasn't fine. I just said that, yeah, like you see joints like that on the 4 train. Like you do, bro. Like if you on a 4 to 6 train, you see, and I'm not knocking her. It's just that the level that she shot up to, and I'm like, yo, that's your average Grand Concourse joint, bro. Not to say that she's not, you know, she's a nice looking girl. You can see that, but that's really your average.
I give you-
Concourse joint.
You don't think Shane Mosley? Look, Julio Cesar was a masterful boxer. He could have boxed people's heads off, but he chose to stay there. He had a tremendous footwork, good head movement. But look at a fighter like Shane Mosley. Don't you think he could have been extremely defensive had he chose
Bro,
to?
it's a rhythm thing, bro. Like you know why I disagree? Julio's offense, like Mike Tyson's offense, that's their defense because they're pressure fighters. The whole round, what determines the pressure fighter is the whole round the guy wants to fight. He don't want to chill. He want the whole 3 minutes of the round. This dude want to be in your chest, punching you up. That's how you know he's a pressure guy.
Yeah, that you're hammering my point. What I'm saying is, had Julio wanted to, he could have boxed. He could have chosen to kind of just box,
and the
jab,
reason,
move.
and the reason that I say that I don't think he could have did that, when guys try to break character, you know what happens? They end up like Devin. Devin, you a pure boxer, bro. What you look like stepping into the jab. That's why you kept walking into them left hooks.
But
That's
to me,
not you, bro.
to me,
That's
I
not
would say, is Devin's defense really that good? This dude went his whole career pretty much without
Well,
really
is it-
fighting on the inside. If you can't step in the pocket and do that shit,
Wait,
is that really good defense then? If
Hold
he
on,
can't step in the pocket,
hold on. One at a time. I'm gonna answer your question, Julio. When he's being who he is, which is a pure boxer, hanging back, shooting a jab, half step back, keep distance, create distance, keep the jab in front of the guy. You occasionally throw a right, but it's all about controlling where we fighting and where we at. When he's doing that, his defense is good. He broke character, and he does this. You've seen it many times. He did it in the Diaz fight. He did it in the Linares fight. He did it in the Lomachenko fight. See, you trying to sit in the pocket, trying to be something that you're not. You are not that, bro. You supposed to stay behind that jab. When you step into that jab, oh, your defense is shit. It's shit,
See,
bro. Like,
but that's what I think. It just comes down to like what like your ideas around boxing. Like to me, the dudes who just jab and move all night, to me that's not good defense. To me, that's not good defense because
but you
you're
are
putting yourself in a
defensive
position.
fighter.
Yeah, right. But to me, I think we could agree that it's not good defense. That you're putting yourself in a position to get walked down and knocked out when you do that.
I'm saying that is that defensive fighting in the postmodern era? Yes, but it comes at the expense of something. I'm not going to say it's not good defense. I'm going to say it means you're limited. Why are you limited? You're limited to boxing from the outside. You can't fight on the inside. And the disconnect I see has been that these outside fighters, they tend to think of them as, oh, he's so skillful. No, you're not
That shit is
skillful.
trash.
Hey,
No,
and think about it. What's the most frustrating thing about watching Teofimo? You go, man, he has all this. He could walk guys down, punch with them, knock them out, but he wants to get countered. He needs somebody to make the fight for him.
Teofimo is another limited fighter who's limited to hanging back, setting the trap, and then when it works, when I catch you, then I'll move in. But up until then, I just ain't shit because look, when he has to come forward, and it's crazy because it's like, yo, you so young, you're fast, you're strong, but you can see that he doesn't have the mind to diversify his offense when he's on the front foot. He doesn't have it. Then you go over and you look at Artur, who I love to bring up, because Artur is a pressure guy, bro. He's trying to beat the shit out of you all 3 minutes of the round. He's trying to beat the shit out of you, but he diversifies his offense. He on his Soviet shit, like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm not really here.
Yeah.
But I'm here. You know what I mean? Whereas Teofimo, you look like Fred Flintstone in that Jermaine Ortiz fight, bro.
Well, my bad. Look who looked awkward. B-Ball. Remember his last fight? He was getting tagged by that Packy guy.
Yeah. But
because he was trying to change his shit. He was trying to do something different.
That's what I was going to say, that he wanted the knockout. And that's what was different in that fight, that he came out hard and fast, and he wanted to stop the guy. So you know how it is. You likelier to get hit if you're the man coming forward. Like, yeah, it's different. Defense on the back foot is not the same as defense on the front foot. Like, no, it's not. If you coming in, you got to change it because, yeah, you're going to walk into punches. You're making yourself available for punches. Now, if you're hanging back, you're not available for punches. You're out of range. So that's why he got touched up. But, hey, he knocked that motherfucker out. And unless
you could tell it was kind of out of character. There was moments it was out of character. It was because he's more back and forth. If you look at how he fought Zerto, he wasn't on him the whole time. He back and forth, like pop, 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 and then I'm out of here. Then pop, pop, and then I'm out of here. And pop, 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 and then I'm out of here. He's not trying to sit in the pocket with you. Whereas in that fight, yeah, you was trying to sit in the pocket and let him go. So you got touched up a little bit. But it's okay because he stopped the dude. And wasn't it under 6 rounds he stopped that dude? Wasn't it like 3 rounds?
I was about to say he finished the job anyway. So what are we talking about?
Yeah, like he stopped that dude.
He said it was out of character for his style. That what he was doing that fight. He heard the background that he was born because the previous fight was a mind number that I think we already forgot about. Arthur.
But you can't say like you talking about Lyndon Arthur. He came forward all night on Lyndon Arthur, bro. I don't think it was boring. It's just like, damn, dog. It wasn't boring. I ain't gonna say that. Like, nah, it wasn't boring. He was lighting Lyndon up. Like,
when was the last time you really saw B-Ball run though? Like just be lateral the whole fight. He doesn't really fight like that.
He doesn't do that.
That's what I'm saying with B-Ball, man. That last fight, what he showed me was I didn't see like that's out of character. I saw him rise to the occasion because people would say like, oh, Bivol can't get into fucking wars. He did. He didn't do his. He was like, you know, is this how this dude wants to fight? Okay, I'll meet you on your ground, and he dogged him. Like,
okay, and wait. Let me give it before I give it to Leo. I want to teach everybody something. I know y'all know, but Bivol does a better, neater version of what Israel does. Just like Julio just said, B-ball ain't gonna be way out there in space by the ropes. That's not what he do. He stays with you, but he's back and forth. He stays with you close enough that if I step forward, I'm gonna hit you with the jab. If I step out, I'm far enough out, not all the way out, but I'm far enough out. You can't hit me, you know. So like, it's hard to say that Bivol is a pure boxer. I know a lot of people like to think that, but it's like, nah, not really. He don't run from guys. He don't run from guys.
Low key, he's like Triple G with no power and faster feet. That's how he fights. Soviet fundamentals, and he's like in front of you for the most part.
I mean, here's the thing: he got power, but what I like about like your Crawfords, your Bivels, your Canelos, the elite guys like that, you know, like they know, they understand. They like to fight, but they're also boxer punchers, right? Or boxers, and what they do is, and they can do pressure, all of them. What they do is, you'll know if you pay close attention to their fights. Everyone can say, we can all agree they get hit. That's why they're exciting. However, if you're paying close attention, they don't get hit with those devastating shots, with those hard shots. They know and understand. They understand their opponent's rhythm, and they understand when their opponent is changing pressure, changing rhythm, and changing pace. So they know, I can afford to take this little short shot to give something. I can afford to eat this. I can afford to do that. But this one, okay, I need to swerve this one, or I need to completely, like, they know. They never get hit with the devastating ones, but they're down to catch them little ones here and there. You know what I mean? To keep it exciting and get what they want in return. That's what I like.
Go ahead, Leo. Okay. Go ahead, Leo.
Okay, first of all, the biggest difference between a guy like Dimitri Bivol and Shakur Stevenson is Dimitri Bivol doesn't spend 5 hours per day on Twitter talking shit. Let's not forget about that.
I agree.
So hey, but I think Twitter's illegal in Russia.
Yeah. Maybe, but he's never going to have the same hit over him in the way that Shakur Stevenson has, because he talks so much shit. And the second of all is, everyone knows how Canelo fights. Everyone watches the fights. He's the most popular fighter in the world. But if you watch a guy like Dimitri Bivol, you can see certain things that puts him in the next level. You can see the overhand right over the top when the other guy shoots a jab. He sees the jab and goes for the overhand right. It's not a hard punch, but he establishes himself with that punch and limits the other guy's jab by doing that. That's the kind of thing that you have to take a chance, because if you misjudge the distance of the timing, you're going to get hit hard. And a guy like Canelo does that shit all the time. Just slipping the punch for just enough to deliver a body shot, an uppercut, or an overhand right. But a guy like Shakur Stevenson doesn't have that. Don't do that shit.
¿Tú sabes por qué, Leo? ¿Tú sabes por qué? Te lo voy a decir, te lo voy a decir.
Don't do that shit, Shakur, that you're telling everyone, no, I can see the punches. You can't see the punches. No. If you're backing away every time you can see a fucking punch, that's not see the punches. Canelo can see the punches.
Yo te lo voy a decir. Yo te lo voy a decir. That's why I say that those base styles that the fighters tend to have, and the reason it's so difficult to change them, it has everything to do with an internal rhythm and what you're made of. Shakur could try to do the things that Crawford does, and you know what'll happen? You'll get knocked out, bro.
Yeah.
Because tú no aguanta puño. I'm sorry. Devin, Shakur, and a lot of pure boxers, they are hiding suspect chins. That's what usually happens. That when you get, if you sit there in the pocket and you try to act like, we doing this. Yeah, you going out. And that's why you're different than the boxer puncher. So who's the boxer puncher? Canelo? Canelo can be two things. That's what makes him special. All the special fighters can be two things, right? Crawford could be a pure boxer and a boxer puncher. Canelo could be a boxer puncher and a pressure fighter. Fury could be a pure boxer, and at least with Wilder, he was a pressure guy. All the special guys could do that, but there's a physical element to it that you can't teach. They can take a shot. A lot of pure boxers, however, for whatever reason, they can't take a shot, dog. They can't hold a shot. If something get in, they crumble.
Quickly, I would add part of that has to do with, like, Devin and Shakur just aren't very athletic. Like, they're not athletically gifted. in the same way that like
I was
Canelo
just
is.
gonna
But
say that.
they're like got Canelo, Tank, and name the big puncher, Nick Ball. Like they're all like stocky, sort of twitchy, explosive kind of guys. So they can take a little more punishment. Pause.
Well,
Shakur
I
and
mean,
Devin, they don't have that
wait
type
a
of
minute,
physique.
Julio. What do you define as athleticism? Because I think that a lot of people define it differently. I define athleticism as full range of motion, coordination, and speed. That is how I define athleticism. So a lot of fighters fall under, at least for me, if it's different for you, let me know. A lot of fighters like Teofimo's athletic. He's twitchy,
Yes.
he's twitchy, he does little shit. Luis Lopez is he's athletic because most of what he does is athleticism, not
Yeah.
boxing fundamentals. It's athleticism. So you're saying Shakur and Devin are not athletic?
They're not. They're not explosive. They're not
I
explosive
know
at
what
all.
he's saying. I get what
Like
he's saying. To me, it's like
you'll never see Shakur and Devin do Roy Jones shit, or like even
Bro, you're not going to
Teofimo,
see
which
a
is just
lot
a
of people do Roy Jones shit. Bro.
yeah, but even Teofimo, who's like a poor man's Roy, who's fucking Timo Roy Jones. They won't do what Teofimo can do. Where like he's like throwing leaping left hooks and he's hurting guys with quick shots. Like they just don't have that explosiveness behind their movement.
Let me read the super chat. Shout out to Domo. Shakur would have to fucking fight to keep him off. I agree, which is why I think Oscar don't need to protect William. You need to make that fight. M.A. Bustamante says, Saludos ring. Watch Sweet Pea versus Haugen. A masterclass of defense while on the front foot. Sweet Pea is the epitome of defense in tandem with offense. I agree with that. Will said, Bivol isn't shy about meeting somebody in the line of fire, unlike Shakur. Bivol is capable of fighting more than one way from different ranges. Y'all agree with that?
Yeah,
I would agree, but I think this is where, like, to finally fully answer your initial question, this is where I think some of the Shakur criticism is unreasonable. The idea that he just runs and he's just a lateral fighter every single fight is bullshit. I mean, he's shown before he actually does have a very good inside fighting. I think the Edwin De Los Santos fight, the Joey Gonzalez fight, yeah, you could say that there, but throughout the plurality of his career, he's not been running. He's not been a lateral only fighter. Not.
I'll say this, bro. I'll say this. I actually believe that Devin and Shakur, they fall under my category of athleticism. They have full range of motion. They're quick. They're not necessarily all that strong. I do agree with you that they're not explosive. That's what they're missing. Explosivity and power. But in terms of athleticism, yeah, I think they're athletic, those two kids. They are. They're just, I think they're weak, is what it really like. Yeah, they're weak. They can't punch. They can't punch. And Shakur really ain't shown me that he's chinny. He hasn't shown me that yet. But it's the history of it, bro. Look at Tony Harrison. Tony Harrison was a very good boxer. He had power. Like, he got a lot of knockouts, believe it or not, if you go look. But what was it with him? The dude can't hold a shot, bro. He cannot hold a shot. Something get in, he go right out, right to sleep.
Not to split hairs, but how much of that do you think is the weight?
Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. Lerone Richards just got his ass beat. Did you see that? He's a pure boxer. He just got his ass beat.
Yeah.
Yo, hold on. Lerone Richards, because he's British, has been escaping a lot of criticism. That might be one of the most boring fighters I've ever watched in my life.
On Earth.
Like, genuinely. Like, if you haven't watched Lerone Richards, don't watch Lerone Richards, bro. You're in blessed.
I mean, you right, fam, but he's just not popular enough to get the criticism.
Oh, great. Yo, that's
Like we know this.
It's like motherfucker can't criticize some shit they don't give a fuck about. Like, I don't even know that motherfucker
Yeah, you know what I
criticizing,
mean?
bro.
Like, we're over here like we talking about this cat. Other foods is like, well, who's that? Like, shut the fuck up.
But check it out. Zelfa Barrett, his ass, he fucking Shopcott whooped his ass. A lot of pure boxers, the reason they want to stay on the outside and the reason they don't really feel comfortable in the pocket or are not effective in the pocket, you know why? You're gonna get hit, dog. A part of being able to do that is, yeah, something's gonna get in and you need to be able to endure, and they can't, which is why you all the way on the outside all the time, bro.
You know what's kind of crazy? I kind of actually like Zelfa Barrett. He's actually pretty. He actually punches decently hard. He just
His power. His power.
just can't really do too much over a long period
Just
of time.
weird. He does have power, which I'm like wondering why he fights like. Bro,
because he can't hold it. I just fucking told you, bro.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Can't hold a shot.
Yeah.
Can't
And
hold
here's
a
something else
shot.
y'all got. Hey, here's something else we got to consider too. If a motherfucker makes it to the world class level as a pure boxer, do you know how many years they have spent trying to perfect or perfected staying on the outside and not being touched? So in order for them to go on the inside and be disciplined and focused and bob and weave and slip and exchange like successfully, bro, that's a foreign fucking country to them, bro. Like,
That's a rewiring of a fighter, basically.
yes, bro. Like they're just not built
Bro, it's
for
like
it.
trying to
But that's
learn
the
a
beauty
different
of,
language, bro. It's like trying to
Yeah.
speak a different language.
and that's the beauty of
Yeah.
having the boxer puncher side in you and or pressure fighter. You can adapt to a pure boxer.
Yeah, be a complete
Te lo voy a
fighter.
decir, espera, te lo voy a decir. The most useful base style, because it's the most malleable, is the boxer puncher. He has properties of both. He has the spite and the mean spirit of the pressure fighter, but the boxing and fundamentals of the pure boxer. The difference is he's not scared like the pure boxer, and a lot of times they crack a little harder. So it's like a nature versus nurture argument. If you look at Miguel Cotto was a boxer puncher, but you could also say, yo, Miguel was tough, bro. You gotta fuck him up to get him out of there, bro. You have to beat the shit out of him to get him to chill. You know what I mean? Margarito whooped his ass, but he had to really whoop his ass. Manny whooped his, but he had to really whoop his ass. So a part of it, I think, is what separates boxer punches sometimes from the pure boxers. You're a better physical specimen. You're more durable. You could take a shot better.
But Ring, what else do you hear though? When like we're arguing, well, Shakur did this, and they say, well, he don't have to. If he don't got to get hit, why you gonna get hit? If you can win like that, just win like that.
No, boxing for pendejos. That's how I see. Ooh, he ain't got. Oh, bro, this exactly. motherfucker. We are not here to see you take a tour of the turnbuckles, bro. We are not, bro. So if your whole shit is the Floyd shit, oh, I want my faculties, bro. Cool. I'm not saying you have to get brain damage. I'm saying you gotta take the good with the bad. They're like, look, if you fight that way, people ain't gonna like that shit. So you can't get mad at them, bro. People ain't gonna like that shit. They not. Period, bro. You can't make them like that shit or guilt trip them into liking that shit.
Also, Muhammad Ali was one of the most notable pure boxers of all time. Look at how he ended up. Like, that shit don't work.
Yeah, but let's say this. Muhammad Ali was not your textbook pure boxer. He had a lot of he was a long distance fighter that at his very best, he's shooting straight punches. At his very best, that his hardest shots were his straight shots. He didn't have a lot in terms of variety. He was always on the move, always on his toes. So in that way, he's a pure boxer. But it's a little hard to compare yesterday's pure boxer to today's, because yesterday's pure boxer, whether it was Pernell Whitaker or Muhammad Ali, they let their hands go. The disconnect with today's pure boxers, they don't want to. They're too careful, bro.
Hey, and you know what? In those days, pure boxers, like today's elite, the best of the best, not world class. When I say elite, I mean the guys that are at the top of the world class. Just like Muhammad Ali, they knew what punches they could afford to take to give something bigger in return. And they knew the big shots they had to avoid, and they were successful with that.
Bro, this is gonna sound weird.
Wait, go ahead, Leo. Go ahead, Leo.
Okay. Let's not forget, for today's standards, Muhammad Ali was a fucking lunatic.
Yes.
Okay, look at that fucking wrestling. Look at that fucking wrestling. Fighting at the highest level for like 3 generations that's fucking wild. Nobody's gonna do that shit.
And he fought the monsters. That's why I love that fucking dude. He fought the monsters when George was George, bro. When Liston was Liston, bro. You know what I mean? When Joe
he was on the couch. He came up off the couch.
Remember his jaw was broken in the second round against Ken Norton. My man still won the fight.
I'm trying to tell you, yo, Ali. but here's a Capricorn like me, and y'all not going to understand it. Capricorn. We ain't just going to do it. We're going to do it all the way.
Nah, this is gonna sound conspiratorial, but I believe that Floyd Mayweather is a mind virus. Because like the Inouye thing where he was like Americans are scared to get hit, like man, like low key, it's kind of like I feel like the modern like the post Floyd era, it's everywhere. Where like these guys just hyper fixate on those couple years where he was hyper defensive, like the end of his career, and they've tried to make that like its own style, and it's terrible for American boxing.
Chicken shit boxing, bro.
Yeah, winning on points. I mean, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I cannot stand Shakur or call Shakur, but he could probably embarrass. He could embarrass Tank. He could embarrass Zepeda with just jab and grab and run. Like he could literally go out there and embarrass him because of his style.
Yeah, but the difference is that let me tell you something. While Floyd was very successful, and I've been saying this for weeks now. I mean, I've been saying it a lot longer than that, but I've been willfully putting it in a lot of videos to remind people, you know why you can't be Floyd even though you're trying to do what he did? Floyd had the dance partners. People think the way they treat it is as if everybody bought the pay-per-view for Floyd or everybody came. No, they came to see Marquez too. They came to see Cotto too. They came to see Manny. They came to see Oscar. They came to see Canelo. It wasn't one way. It wasn't like, yeah, we are all Floyd fans. Everybody here is here just no. So where you guys, he could afford to be boring because he had the dance partners. You can't because you're not Floyd. Bro.
Yeah, and Floyd was pretty unique for his fighting style was actually unique to that era. Like all these, you could buy a shoulder roll on Amazon in 2024, bro. Like these, I think Crawford is really. As far as like developing like original fighting styles, I'd say Loma and Crawford are really like where they've created their own like notable way of fighting. They're not just shoulder rolling like everyone else.
Loma's is not really original. It's indicative of that Olympic cycle because Berenchik he does that same shit. You know, Usyk does that shit. Vosdik, which is so weird. Vosdik is slower than Usyk, even though he's smaller and skinnier. But they all have that shit that
right. But I'm saying like in the pros though, like there weren't a lot of people fighting like that in the 80s and 90s when the Soviets weren't allowed to.
No, there were. You're right. Like honestly, that's a modern style. Because if you go back, you won't see that. You will not see that, bro, at all. Cutting angles and shit, you won't see that.
No, you could see it a bit in what's it called? Some American fighters like Canizales or something. Yeah, that's probably the one I always see people mention.
He said American fighters and you said Canizales, bro.
What? That's an American. He's born in Texas.
Oh shit.
What the fuck do you mean? You heard the name Canizales and you thought that was somebody from Mexico?
What the fuck, bro? He ain't from fucking Jersey, bro. Shout out to Alfred Young. Sweet Pea, Chris Bird, and Winky Wright were not runners, but no power. Less power, less fan base. Yeah, that's true, dog. That is true. Like there's certain realities of boxing that in the conversation you can deduce are not being accepted. That, listen, bro, you want to be Floyd or you want to be his pay-per-view star, right? Like all boxers want to end up on pay-per-view. All of them now. But reality, most of y'all won't. Another reality, most of y'all want to be unbeaten your whole career. Well, reality, most of y'all won't. You're gonna lose, bro. Yeah. I love Inouye. Hey, somebody's gonna knock his little ass out. That's reality, bro. There's very few fighters I think are gonna leave this sport undefeated. Very few. And it's very circumstantial. It's realities, bro. And motherfuckers don't want to accept them. So when Shakur, you getting mad at people that they was bored, bro, that's a reality that you have to accept, bro. Yeah, you gotta accept it because if you get out there and you fight that way again, you know what's gonna happen? They're gonna complain again, bro. All over
That's
again.
a fact, bro.
Yeah, you ain't fucking stopping
like,
it, bro.
Even though I'm a truther, bro, the only thing that's gonna make this go away, like once you get that shit is like a pedo jacket in jail, bro. When you're a boring fighter, like that shit is on you forever. Unless his next performance, he knocks out a ranked opponent.
bro, take some steroids, bro. Take some
Like
fucking
yeah,
Winstrol, bro.
or
Stop
fuck,
punching
man.
like
I
a
don't know.
girl, bro.
Yeah,
Punch
probably like a medium
fucking
cat.
girl.
Probably like a B+ dude and knock him out, so everybody will leave you alone for a second. But we gonna come back on you when you do that shit again. But like at the end of the day, man, that's like Jules. That'd be like you going out of your way, searching social media for people not going to your channel or not subscribing or not following, and then being mad at them.
No,
Like that don't even make sense.
that's like
That don't make no
searching for
sense.
that's like searching for people that says something bad about you. You know what I mean? Like, bro, what you if
Yeah,
you looking for shit, you know what's gonna happen? You gonna find it, and then you're gonna end up scraping it off your shoe, bro. So don't go looking for shit,
balls
bro.
deep in that shit. Yeah, man, that's
Don't
crazy.
go
You know,
looking for shit,
it's
bro.
like,
You
and
can't
this
get mad,
motherfucker.
motherfuckers is bored.
Here's what got me. Like, he had the nerve to be like, fucking, oh, y'all motherfuckers, a lot of, motherfuckers ain't laced them up. All right, first of all, you don't know all of your people who are commenting. You don't know all these people. All right, I made some comments about your ass. I've laced them up, but anyway, my point is, motherfucker, I'm not a chef, but I still have a right
Don't
to say
steal
if the
my
food tastes good or
parallel.
not.
Don't steal my parallel. I was just about to say shit. I just about to say that shit. I was like, listen, you motherfucker.
Run it. Go ahead, run it.
Listen,
run it.
you motherfucker. I don't need to be a screenwriter or a director to know that a movie's bad. I don't need to be a chef to know that the food ain't good, bro. So miss me with that bullshit. No, you don't need to be a boxer to know that a boxer is boring, bro. When people are getting up and leaving, it can't be because of how entertaining the fight is, bro. It
Now,
cannot.
if we're saying you ain't got no skills and you ain't no good, okay, now we don't know what we're talking about. That makes sense.
Exactly.
But when we're sitting here telling you you're talented, you're a fucking savage, you need to be fighting better competition, and your fights are boring, motherfucker, we're keeping it real. You're a beast, but you're boring to watch. What do you want us to, like, I'm sorry, what the fuck?
Hey,
It's
hold
not
on,
a
hold
nice
on. I got
way
a
to
problem with
say
that
that,
statement. I got a problem with that statement.
Yeah, go ahead.
I gotta say this now, man. From watching his fights, as I told you this like a
Wait,
couple
who's playing Whitney
minutes ago.
Houston, bro? Who's
That's
playing
my
Whitney?
bad, bro. It's my neighbor,
Yo,
bro. It's my
shout
bad,
out to
bro.
Whitney Houston, though, man.
I'll make it quick, though. I'll make it quick. He's not that. I don't think he's as skilled. I think there's a cap on his skill level, bro, and we're seeing that. You got it. The time to show all that skill off was against Artem, and you didn't show it. There was no dynamic anything. You just did the same thing over and over again. Doing something different, that's a skill.
No, but can I say that? Wait, let me say this. Let me say this. It's not that he's not skilled. It's that his skills were overestimated, and his skills were overestimated because any kid went out there with a shoulder roll was God's gift. Like, he's the next Floyd. That's what the shit is. And they not what people are realizing is, yes, pure boxers are limited too. Most boxers are limited, believe it or not. It's only a few. You talking about Crawford, Inoue, Usyk. I'm gonna say Canelo, god damn it. If he weren't limited, they would have knocked his ass out by now.
Bro,
Why
I
they
was
can't
just
knock
about to
this
say,
little
Jules,
motherfucker out?
hey, you took it right out of my mouth, bro. Hey, I was gonna say that here's the hilarious part. All these motherfuckers that want to be Floyd, and matter of fact, since Floyd, if you look at like the top 3, top 4 best defenses in boxing since Floyd, Canelo's in there, easily. Number 1 or 2 best defense. Like, come on, man.
And I don't even want to make it that kind of show, but the point is that the revelation that we're finding out, because this generation is about to end. I was
just gonna say that, dude.
This generation is about to end at the Teofimo, the Shakur, that
Exactly.
cycle. So we're seeing the new kids, and you notice Floyd Schofield ain't out here fighting like a bitch. He is throwing down, bro. He letting him go. Abdullah
Taking
Mason
gashes on the head.
Fucking Carrington?
Abdullah Mason
They didn't
Mason
grow
ain't
up
out here
watching
being
Floyd.
all careful and shit.
No,
Bro, they grew up watching Crawford.
Carrington, bro. I fucked with Carrington heavy.
They didn't grow up watching Floyd, so they don't give a fuck about none of that stuff.
Bro, I was just about to say that.
They grew up watching Loma and Crawford and people like that.
Shakur and Teofimo and that cycle, they saw the old Floyd in his 30s at welterweight when he was careful. If you would have came up when he was at 35, he's a different guy at 35, though. Yes, he's a different person. But that's not what you saw. You saw him at 47 when he was careful.
Hey.
So that's what you're trying to be like.
Look at
And what about the scoring too? The way the judges are scoring now, right? We just seen Oshaki get robbed. Well, the scoring and Ruben Villa. The way these guys fight, judges are looking more towards aggressive fighters, like who's pushing the action. You know, because we
Honestly,
see.
it needs to go back to that, bro. Look, I'm not a big fan of showbiz, but he said this, and I never thought about it, but it makes sense. When the judges stop rewarding that shit, the
Thank
fighters
you.
will stop doing that
Yes,
shit, and that's the
yes,
truth, bro.
bro.
And that guy Taylor, the ref who penalized, who was it? You guys, who did he just
Yeah,
penalize?
for the holding and shit.
Yeah, like
Kevin Farmer.
that's
The
what
Yeah.
needs
holding.
to start happening, bro. Like
Yeah,
penalize it,
yeah.
start scoring. Look, I'm sorry, Oshaki got robbed, but you can't stink the joint out no more. Let's get these judges who favor
Yeah.
that
I mean,
and
I agree
reward a
with
guy.
that to a certain extent, though, brother. Here's why,
Yeah, to
man.
an extent.
With the
Okay, I'm being
yeah,
more.
because with the farmer thing, I feel like in that position, the ref needs to look at the other cat. Like he should have looked at Benavidez, like, hey, man, like he ain't trying too hard. You need to do your job and keep him off you. This is a fight, bro. Like you need to, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, but I see what you're saying, though. I get it.
No, but you can't say that though because the ref was telling Farmer straight up, "Yo, you're holding on for too long. It's not even that you're holding. I'm telling you to break, and you're still grabbing onto his arm.
Oh no, yeah, I
Like
got
you
you.
need to
I
let
agree. I
go."
was the one. I don't know if he was on the live, but I said it. Like nobody else caught it, and I was like, "Hey, y'all!" Like he warned him twice already before he took the point, and everybody's like, "Word?" I was like, "Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
seen him
did
warn him
say, yeah,
twice."
yeah. I remember
Yeah,
Alex Ben said that he
I
warned,
did say that.
warned
Well,
Tevin.
yeah,
He warned
all
Tevin.
I'm saying is when it comes to the holding topic, like refs holding fighters' feet to the fire, so that way they're forced to actually fight. When it comes to the holding thing, I feel like there's a lot of onus on the guy who's being held. You know what I mean? Like, hold on, bro. It is a fight. You can't just every time the opponent goes to hold, give in and let him hold so he could lose a point or it could look bad on him. Like,
I
you
mean,
still fighting, bro. You need to keep them off of you. You know what I mean? That's
yeah,
part of the fight game.
but also, Alex, put it this way: if the fighters go in there with the understanding that, yo, if I hold even a little bit too much, this motherfucker going to take a point and I lose the round. You know what a motherfucker not going to do? Hold. If you go in there knowing that, like, yo,
Yeah.
this ref,
Like if that's like laid out, clear, flat line, like right before, out the
so
gate.
if that,
Okay,
so
I
if
can
that
see that.
becomes
Yeah.
the trend, if that were to become the trend in the new era of boxing, like, don't be thinking you're gonna hit and hold and clinch go to shit out here, bro. We ain't going for that. You
Yeah,
hold one, you know what I
we'd
mean?
have a
Like,
lot
motherfucker
less
won't
worry.
do
We'd
it.
have a lot less concern for, hey, you need to get him off you. It'd be more like that motherfucker can't afford to grab one more time. So I see what you're
Yeah,
saying.
like
Yeah.
so
Yeah. That's a good point.
if the practices change and all the Sugarfoot fighters realize, you know, they not gonna give you this fight. Yo, I was so happy when Rigo lost because, like, bro, you really think you styling out here, and this is a horrible fight to watch, bro. This is horrible, bro. For that, don't show up, bro, because you don't want to fight. You here to run. And you know the sweet science motherfuckers get offended. He ain't running. No, that shit running, bro. Motherfuckers here to throw punches. The running take a back seat. The movement take a back seat to the punching, motherfucker. I ain't come here to watch you
You know what the
move
sad part
lateral.
is? You know what the sad part is? I hate when motherfuckers automatically fucking align sweet science with pure boxers. I'm gonna need to stop everybody who does that right
Bro,
there.
that shit
I'm
is
like,
bullshit.
you want to see real sweet science? Look at fucking Canelo Golovkin. You want to see real sweet science? Look at when Canelo fought fucking Munguia.
Nah,
Look at when fucking
look at Estrada,
look
look at
Bro,
Estrada Bam. Look at
hold on.
Estrada
yes,
Bam.
yep, and look
That
at
was
Bro,
fucking
look at
beautiful, bro.
Crawford. Look
watch
at
any Roberto Duran
like,
fight. The dude
bro,
was like
and
a computer. He was like a computer when he fought in the
that's
pocket.
fucking sweet
Genius. Like,
science, man.
that's
Sweet
boxing.
science ain't not getting touched and jabbing your way to a victory. That ain't sweet science. That's fucking being safe. That's taking caution. That's playing it safe.
That's motherfuckers that only watch the Mayweather shit, because a lot of these are cliches, bro. Like, a lot of the shit that motherfucker said is straight cliche from the Mayweather. It hit and not get hit. Gee, I ain't never heard that before, bro. Wow, I never thought about it that way. That it's hit and not get hit, bro. Where'd you hear that shit, bro? So fucking original. Look at you. Fuck out of here.
Imagine,
You know
you
what
got two
boxing is?
fighters.
Sugar Ray motherfucking Leonard. And he
That's
wasn't in boring fights. Go back and watch. That motherfucker wasn't in no boring fights, bro.
pure boxer.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. The more
I
I
mean,
think about
He's all
the
around.
more no,
what I'm saying
the
is
more I
his
think about
priority.
Leonard, like he would stick and move, but there were moments where, like, nah, he's in the shit. They going, you know what I mean? Like, we knocked out Tommy Hearns.
And that's what we talked about earlier. We mentioned these cats from the different times. They could make that adjustment. They was down to take certain punches to give some. So like Leonard, back then I would put Leonard. He would be the Bivol of that time with the way he moved, his footwork, the way he stayed on the outside. But if it had to get in close, my man didn't cower. He stayed focused. He's, fucking, comported and shit and knew what the fuck to do. Like, and just bang. Like, these motherfuckers nowadays, man, this whole sweet science being aligned with pure boxers only, that's bullshit, bro.
That shit.
Actually, you know what it is too, Loki? Like when I hear it is the shit talking too, because like remember Leonard versus Duran 1? Where like Leonard was like, yo, this dude's been talking all that shit, like I'm gonna punish him, right? And he really tried to do that. He failed and got his ass beat, but he tried.
Yep.
You be seeing Shakur or Haney come out be like, yeah, I'm gonna really fuck this dude up. I'm gonna knock him out. I'm gonna batter him. And then you watch the fight and it's like 12 rounds of a man being technical and running around and like being mad cautious and shit. Bro, what is that?
Bro, remember Mayweather? Everybody, just like Shakur, everybody was criticizing him about
Also,
how
Mayweather wasn't a pure boxer either. Mayweather could fight on the inside at a very high level.
Here's the thing: he stayed in the fucking pocket. He didn't run. He was a pure boxer who could stay in the pocket and turn into boxer puncher in the pocket.
If you look at how Floyd fights on the inside, it's almost like a carbon copy of the type of stuff that Roberto Duran. But
bro.
But people just assume that Floyd would run around the ring and just.
But here's what I like once again, man, Floyd. Like I'm never a fan of him as a person outside the ring, but I'm gonna give him all his credit in the ring, man. Man deserves it. But like when he got criticized, just like we criticize, Stevenson right now, he was like, all right, bet. And his next fight was with Cotto. What did he do? He put all that shit aside, completely switched. In one fight, he fucking flipped and stayed in the pocket and went head to head and pushed against this motherfucker and brawled with him and came out on top. Like, he looked at everybody like, so y'all happy now? Bet. Y'all see what I can do? Everybody's like, okay, we get it now. But you know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers, man, nowadays, they scared to do shit like that. It's not like fucking 80s porn elevator music and shit. Okay. Who's playing that?
In some, I'm gonna say, in some cases, I think a guy is gonna box more as he moves up in weight, right? So if he's small, he's a much smaller guy. Like Tio, is he gonna go up to 147 and bang with Barrios or Norman? He's probably gonna have to be a lot more boxing, But I think he's explosive enough to make it exciting.
Like if they're moving up naturally as they grow in weight. Is that what you're talking about?
Just like a smaller guy, right? Tio's going to be a much smaller guy at 147, and he's going to be against, like, Norman is a big, strong, stocky guy. Tio could not stand there and trade with him. He's going to have to really box. But I don't think he boxes enough.
At the same time, he's going to have to take risks. Like, every now and then, if you watch Floyd when he would move up, like, he would throw these ugly, like, huge overhands, and he would immediately, it's one of his bread and butter moves, he would immediately duck and smother. But he knew he had to do that because he had to put a lot of mustard on those shots in order to get respect at those weights. And he knew he'd be out of position, so he had to develop that sort of clinching.
Caleb does the same thing, man. Like he goes over real hard, and he knows if I miss my way out, I'm gonna duck left.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out of position, so I gotta grab this stuff.
And do the duck and then grab the waist. Yeah.
The only thing is, I don't know if Teofimo has like the fucking brains to do something like that.
Nah, he doesn't.
He's really not like a high IQ adjustment type fighter. He's just not.
Yeah, he like does one thing and one thing only well, which is kind of why I'm worried when he moves up, because I don't think he's gonna ever be a guy that's gonna be particularly great moving around the ring. Yeah. And then on top of that, I don't think he could press guys that well either. So. Because honestly, I thought maybe even pressing guys might be a good idea for him. Because I remember someone like Canizales became more of a pressure fighter when he moved up to like featherweight, because he was like, hey man, I can't be on the back foot trying to counter these dudes who got long ass arms.
Yeah, but here's my thing with Tio, man. Like, I still fucks with him. I'm still backing him. I like to watch him fight because like you just mentioned earlier, bro. Like, Tio is not afraid of risk. We've seen he takes risks in the pocket. He'll take chances of getting hit. He gets it. He's down. But my thing is, like, he fucking constantly moves to the level of his opponent. If he's fighting somebody who's really fucking good, he's at the best of his game. If he's fighting a mediocre dude, he's going to be – it's like, dude, come on, can we level this out? Can you just be your best every time? You know what I mean? Like, y'all see the trend,
Let me go to Julio. Julio, we got Crawford Madrimov, right? Madrimov is a big, strong kid. He got that Soviet style, that metronome step, that back and forth pendulum step, I think is what you call it. How's that fight go, bro? I got Crawford knocking him out as he steps in.
Yeah, I think tentatively picking Crawford, late stoppage, but bro, like I don't know. I don't know how people are super confident, like, because as much as I'm a fan of Bud, like, bro, this is his fourth weight class. Madrimov can fight. He's bigger, paws, like
And
it's not
longer.
written in stone, yeah, and girthier, and has the chicken skin in his midsection, but like it's not like set in stone that Crawford's just gonna smoke this guy like he did Jeff Horn. But if he does, bro, all time
No,
great.
yeah,
Like
yeah, yeah.
this could be typically this is where great fighters get towards at this age. This is where they get they get sent to retirement. Historically, I'm not saying Crawford like
No, but
Madrimov is gonna do that, but
Chocolatito, when he got to
yeah,
his fourth weight, you see what happened? When he got to
yeah,
his, you see what happened to him?
they hit
So
different, man. Pause. Like they literally do hit different at that weight as you move up. Uh, I think he beat Boots for sure.
Oh
Any
yeah,
weight beat Boots.
get hit too much.
Madrimov, I don't know. Yeah, yeah.
because
Madrimov can box too.
Hey, those Cheez-Its, bro, what kind of Cheez-Its? Standard or you got the nacho flavor? Standard?
No, standard, these standard.
Standard? Hell, you can't.
Cheez-Its.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
Man,
it.
that
That's
shit
it.
stay in
I
your
was about
teeth,
to
bro.
say,
You
bro,
better,
look,
you
there's a
better
lot of
not
different
smile.
Cheez-Its. Bro, it's
Better
either
pick it out
standard
your mouth.
or the jalapeno ones, bro. That's it. There ain't nothing else, bro.
Shout out to Cheez-Its, bro.
Bro,
Virtuoso
shut
says, so you saying the shoulder roll is the BBL, the new BBL?
Yes, bro,
That's
that's
what that shit is,
hilarious. I
bro.
Bro,
gotta
you
figure
could
that out,
you could
bro.
fly to the Dominican
Virtuoso. Shout out
Republic
to
and get a shoulder
Virtuoso,
roll.
bro.
You could go to the Dominican Republic, pay a doctor, and he'll give you a shoulder roll. Sure.
Bro, yo, you walk around like this everywhere and shit. You know what I'm saying?
Hawker Mustang forgot about the veins, man.
I shoulder roll in the club. That's my go-to.
You know what I'm saying?
And then he
That's
throw
the
the,
shit, yo.
and then he throw you do the shoulder roll and throw the imaginary dice after that.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Is Madrimov a better athlete than Crawford? He's extremely
No,
athletic.
no, no. I'll say that,
He's
yeah.
explosive.
I'm not gonna say no. Wait, let me say this. Crawford is a freak athlete. He's a very athletic guy in more ways than one in several different departments. The real caveat is that Crawford is 36, going on 37, and as much as we love him, he is human. So there's that element of danger is gonna follow him now in every fight that he has, bro. Every fight, even a Fundora fight. Yeah, of course, the bookies are going to have Crawford the favorite in a Fundora fight, but realistically, that is a very awkward assignment for a guy who moved up from welterweight, you know? Yeah, it's a very awkward
Started at lightweight.
Well, I want to bring it. Who's more dangerous, Madrimov, Zoo, or Virgil for Crawford? Off top, I would say Virgil, but then
Virgil.
I think Bud it would be the heavy favorite going into a Virgil. But I'm
No,
saying
no,
Madrimov
no,
has
no,
versatility. Madrimov because of his.
Everybody shut the fuck up.
I think
Shut the
Zoo.
fuck up.
Let me tell you something. It's not Virgil. Virgil is the Mean Machine fight all over again. That's what's going to happen.
Oh
you're,
yeah.
you're going to get in with some good shit in the beginning because, you know, Bud characteristically takes 3 rounds to get going. But once the 4th, 5th round, he got you. And I'm fairly confident Bud would knock out Virgil. Even now, even at 30, yes, I'm fairly confident he knocks him out. The most dangerous fight, I believe, is between Tim Tszyu and Israel Madrimov. Madrimov mostly because of that back and forth. Because of that back
Zoo could be like his Mugabe, bro.
No, Jules, that wasn't the question though. He was asking which one of those guys is the biggest threat to Crawford.
That's what I said. That's what I said. Zoo is between Tszyu and Madrimov.
Oh, between Tszyu and okay.
Between Tszyu and Madrimov.
Bro, Zoo could be like you know when Hagler fought Mugabe? Zoo could be like that guy. Where it's like, bro, you're gonna have to really you're gonna take some punishment. Pause.
Yeah.
I disagree. I think
I do
the
too.
biggest
Well,
the biggest threat for him
Go ahead. What are you moaning about?
it will be Virgil Ortiz. Because I don't think a guy like Crawford is gonna be. Let me say this: for a guy like Crawford to be beat in the way that he is now, it has to be like a guy that is not gonna think up much about it, and is gonna go for it. He's gonna try to take him out quickly.
I think
Because
Virgil. I'm sorry.
Because if Tim Tszyu tries to box with him, no, you're not gonna beat him. Crawford's gonna figure you out. But if you can hurt him before the half, before the half, If you can hurt him before the 6 rounds, there is a pretty good chance you can beat him because this is his fourth weight class. He's not going to take the punches in the same way. These are strong guys, very strong.
Yeah, but Virgil's still a dude that moved up from 47.
Yeah,
and he gets
Zoo's
hit.
bigger.
Motherfucker is
It's
fucking
hit.
huge.
Zoo's bigger, and he has pretty much more of the same attributes. Maybe a little better at counterpunching, honestly.
Leo, this is something that we have to come back to because the reality is we haven't seen Virgil do shit. Do Lorme, bro? Do Lorme. Or what was the other guy, Frederick Lawson? We haven't really seen what you're made of at 154, to be real. We haven't. How are you going to take a shot at 154? How are you going? Same shit. We could ask them same questions about Virgil because we haven't seen it. Haven't seen it. I disagree. I think it's Madrimov and Zoo. But I do agree with your point. I do agree with your point about don't try to get methodical. Don't try to box him like box him. You're going to lose, bro.
Yeah, we need Mean Machine Bud for 154.
And a gas tank, of course. Forgot to mention that last part.
You know what I'm saying?
But I honestly think Madrimov could he can do some things, but especially now because I think he's improved so much more. Because when I used to see him when he was like much earlier in his career,
Got hit a
he
lot.
used to do. Nah, it wasn't even that. It was that he would do all this random shit, like kind of like remember while you talked about Keith Thurman, where you were like he would just like wave his hands, but he wasn't really doing shit.
Yeah.
And it's the same thing with it was the same thing with Madrimov, except he was just moving his feet, and I didn't know what he was planning on doing. I was like, all right, you move left to right, then feint left, then feint right. Also, you can throw one hook. Good job, buddy. But now it's like I saw his last fight, and it looked a lot more
put together
of the Triple G people started to compare him to before. Because before people used to say he was Triple G with us in football.
If Madrimov beat oh my bad, go ahead.
I was gonna say, and if you look at, well, even his career's been short, like you can kind of see he's been developing a little bit of a step back game. He's doing a little more counter punching now than he was when he first turned pro. For sure, for sure.
If Madrimov beat Crawford, is that Haney-esque? Is that Ryan Haney-esque? If this guy actually beats?
No.
But we're talking number one pound for pound, all time great. The way we talk about this guy.
But that's what's wrong with the American boxing scene. The number one pound for pound fighter is not made of vibranium. Let's get that shit right out the way. Number one pound for pound fighters have lost before. Top 5 pound for pound fighters have lost before. It doesn't undo what you accomplished, but at some point you bite off more than you could chew because the nature of the sport, how many people leave it unbeaten? Not a lot, bro. Not a lot.
So you don't think it'd be a major upset?
Yeah, of course
it'd be a big upset, but
no. Let me put it another way.
On paper.
That's what I was. See, why take my shit? Shit. A lot of people. Joshua versus Ruiz. It was a huge upset, right?
That's Douglas-ish, yeah.
A second only to Douglas and Tyson because that's literally on paper and to people. That's the biggest upset in the sport of boxing. Second to that would have to be Joshua versus Ruiz. But I knew going in, Ruiz is not for play. I did a video on it there. I was like, yo, Ruiz is a better opponent than Miller.
Bro, what was Matchroom thinking? What the fuck were they doing to get this dude last minute?
Some random fat dude. Some random fat dude. Like, you're not figuring, he got 200 amateur fights, right? Like, you know that, right? Did you see how timid Joseph Parker was with him? Why do you think that was? Because, Joseph used to be a puncher before he fought Ruiz, bro. Ever since that, he was timid. You know what I mean? So I'll just say that while it would be a big upset, yes, in every sense, it wouldn't surprise me as much perhaps as it would surprise other people because they don't look at him as being a legit threat. I do. Like, Madrimov, I would pick. Look. Here's an example. When he beat up the Russian, when he beat Kurbanov, I said it then. I don't know if Tim Tszyu beats this guy. I would pick Madrimov to beat Fundora today. He knocks him out today. Okay? Tim is the biggest competition for Madrimov. At least he was up until that point that I'm like, I don't know if Tim beats this guy. I'm not sure. I know Tim is more experienced. He's had the better quality of competition. But this guy's style and his power and his pedigree and what I'm seeing, I don't know if Tim beats this guy. That's what I thought about Madrimov before they made the Crawford fight. this guy is a threat, dog. They don't think of him as a threat. So the upset would be bigger to them than it would be to me because I look at this guy as a threat, dog.
Bro, it's like Canelo Bivol. You know how many people were saying like, "Oh, who is this guy? He doesn't really punch." Motherfuckers who knew about Bivol knew what is he? This dude is tweaking. Like he might
Yeah,
lose.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, it would be a big upset. I'd be sad. I'd cry in the bathtub for like 3 days because Crawford is a personal hero of mine. You know what I'm saying? But shit, man, I seen Roy get slid under the ring, dog. I seen Mike get laid out. You
Damn.
know what I'm saying? Like I done lived through some shits that you like. I don't know how you survive. I don't know how I survived that, bro.
Bro, I saw Floyd fight John Gotti the third. Like I've seen some fall offs too. No, but the inverse is also true. Like, bro, if Bud just walks in and just stops him in 6 rounds, like, bro, all time great. Like,
And they're not,
for
and
sure.
then you know what this shit is? They're not gonna give Bud credit because look, and we ain't elitists. We're not know-it-alls. But for me, it would be highly impressive if he stops this guy in the first 6. Like this dude is a threat, dog. If Crawford not there to nip this in the bud here and now, right? This guy is a problem, bro. Yes, he's a problem for all these guys. For Abel Ramos, for Tim Tszyu, Sebastian Fundora, Bakram Merchizaliev. He's a problem for all of them. For Virgil, for all of them, bro. He's a problem. So if Bud do what Bud do, yeah, he gets 100% credit, dog. 100%. Motherfuckers ain't gonna want to see that motherfucker wasn't shit. He wasn't shit. Look. I'm like, yo, my thing is this. Who you want Bud to fight? Because Sebastian can't fight till the fall. Remember the medical shit? They told him he can't come back till the fall. Tim, his head got split open. He's on medical leave too. Remember he's supposed to fight Sebastian again? But they said, nah, he can't come back yet. He can't do it. You know what I'm saying? He's supposed to fight Virgil and shit or some shit like that. They told him. So Sebastian's not available. Tim is not available. Don't talk about Bakram Merchizaliev because he's not a better fighter than Madrimov. Stop it. Stop it. Who is it that you wanted him to fight, bro? That you complaining?
I wish it would have been 10.
Ennis at 47. That's the real answer,
bro. I think he'll still beat most of the people, if not all, at 147. 154, man. If he's trying to step inside with no jab, those dudes are gonna beat his ass, man.
You better tighten the fuck up. That's how I was going. He better tighten the fuck up. You can't beat a big man you can't do that big man shit up there, bro.
But it's not because he can't. Like I think it with him is just he's like, no disrespect to him. I think he's a dumb fighter, bro. Like I think he's like Teofimo where he has all the tools and all the skills, but he just doesn't have the IQ to like make fights easier for him. Bro, he's stepping inside with Avanesian, letting Avanesian fight his fight, getting hit flush. Like
he fought a lazy fight with Avanesian. He fought a lazy fight, which is why he got hit more. You figure, oh, well, I'm bigger than him and stronger. I'ma just outmuscle him. But you getting hit, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Like he fights people like he spars small dudes. Like that's how a big dude spars small dudes. Like I think Conor Benn and Boots is a lot more competitive. If he fights Avanesian, no, fellas. If he fights Conor Benn like Avanesian, bro, he's gonna get hurt. Like he's gonna get hit with something huge. No, bro. Against any puncher, it's a 50-50 fight with Boots. He fights dumb, bro.
No, not Conor Benn.
Conor Benn can punch. Conor Benn can punch for real. Bro.
Hey, bro, after those eggs went away, he couldn't punch no more. I'm sorry to tell you that, bro. I don't know.
Well, before he tested positive, he was punching, bro. Like, and
exactly.
If he's still,
hold on.
If he's still juicing,
before he tested positive, Felix
when he was testing negative,
middleweight, bro.
when he was testing negative, he was punching. Like, regardless, anyone who can punch hard, like you have to say it's a 50-50 fight with Boots. The dude is dropping his hands and walking inside with no jab.
Let me tell you something.
Like, he's a time bomb.
Hold on. Now, what I'm gonna say about Conor's defense, the reason he looked like he can't punch no more, which nobody seems to remember, those fights were at 154, right? When he was knocking people out, it was at 147. So I ain't gonna do him like that. The Dobson fight was at 54. The Mexican dude before that was at 54. So if it looked like he can't punch, well, maybe it's because he's fighting guys at 154. Maybe.
But I'm more fixated on Boots. Like, bro, this has been a recurring problem if you watch this guy fight, where he'll be fighting a guy having success mid range, counter punching, and then he'll just step inside with shitty ass defense, no jab, and he's getting hit with dumb shit. Like, if he's fighting a big puncher, or if he moves up, all the dudes at 154 can fight on the inside. They're gonna fuck him up, man. Like, I hate to say it. It's good for 147 that he's selling tickets, but time bomb, bro. That dude is a time bomb.
I agree. He's too used to being a big man. And
Yeah,
it's showing.
I would say Boots' defense is it's only a matter of time before it goes south for him.
He's like a more skilled Jared Hurd, bro.
Good. Yeah, it's not good.
Nah,
So are you guys taking Norman over him?
Just say he's a more skilled like, come on.
Bro,
Nah,
with Jared Hurd, it was the same thing, bro. He was beating up these small dudes, and then he starts moving up. Once he got figured out on the inside, his defense wasn't as good.
Yeah, but Jared was basic as basic, bro. Like, he was just super.
Right.
Super,
But that's why that's why I'm more
projection.
skeptical of Boots, is that he has all the tools, but he's a fucking donkey, dude. Like, he fights stupid.
Let's call that a projection. I wouldn't throw Boots on that yet, but let's call that a projection for now. That's what I was saying.
Drew
Bro,
says Leo is wrong. Virgil has not made 154 yet. Fought only 2 rounds in 2 years due to rhabdomyolysis. He is damaged goods. Drew, don't talk all that shit. Because if you gonna talk that shit, you got Sergey winning since he damaged goods. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna get something to eat. Be right back.
So are you guys taking Brian Norman to beat Boots since his defense is that bad?
I think in an inside fight, Brian Norman has the same problems, in which case I'll lean to Boots because he's more dynamic. If he finds the wherewithal to realize, okay, I can counterpunch this guy, he'll win that fight. But Brian Norman has the same issues where, this dude will just fight on the inside for the sake of it, and he'll do it shittily. He'll do it like he's hitting pads and he's getting hit with dumb shit.
I agree, but I saw Brian Norman against, honestly, I thought, Santillan was a better inside fighter than pretty much anyone Boots has ever faced.
I
And he
agree.
just sent that guy to the grave. Like, he beat the shit out of him. And I was perplexed watching it.
But he could have won that fight easier if he had just counterpunched, because I've seen him do it before in his previous fights. Granted, they were against lesser opposition, but to me, it's just like, you can tell a fighter has bad IQ. Like, in respect to Boots, like, the dude won the first 3 rounds against Abanesian counterpunching mid-range, and then he's just stepping inside for no reason. Abanesian isn't doing anything to cut the distance. He's fucking forward shifting in front of Boots, like right into Boots' face. And he's just obliging that type of fight. I'm like, bro, a guy who can set traps or a big puncher is going to fuck this guy up. Or somebody who's big that has an inside game. They're going to beat him up, like, if he's fighting like that. At 147, I think because they're smaller, he has more insurance. I think Mario Barrios is like his easiest fight. But when you start thinking about Stanionis and Ben, like, if this dude is gonna be getting hit like that easy, I don't know, bro. Like, how confident can you be?
But Ben, I still don't rate Ben, and I've never been sold on Ben's chin too, to be completely honest. Like, I always said, like, ever since his that one fight where he got beat up by that journeyman, I think it was like Paynout or something.
Paynout, Chris.
I don't think they never put him in with like a strong puncher ever again. And Floria Marku called that out, but everybody just called him a hater.
He's right,
He was
though.
just
Who
like-
is it? What punchers did Ben fight? What punchers? He didn't fight no punchers. Chris Algieri? Chris Van Heerden? He didn't fight no punchers.
Right, but if Boots starts fighting Ben's fight, who are you gonna favor? If he starts fighting a puncher's fight, who are you gonna favor?
See,
The guy that's been punched hard.
Like,
Sorry to tell you
No.
that. I'll take Boots.
No.
Yeah, I'm sorry to tell you that.
No.
But
No, I think
No.
Boots is accurate.
No, you doing your hipster shit, Julio. I fucking see you
No.
doing your hipster shit. Because I'll tell you what the fuck is gonna happen.
Hey,
Yeah,
Drew,
no,
let
let me
point at
fin-
people.
You know what he's
pointing at the
fucking
camera
doing?
and
He's
shit.
gonna talk all this fucking shit so that the day of the weigh-in, when he sees the differential, they're like, Connor, you look like 135 pounder next to this motherfucker, bro.
Trap
You
that
gonna
shit.
change your mind so fucking fast.
No, I'm saying 50-55. I'm not saying I didn't say Ben was gonna beat him. I said against a puncher, Boots is a 50-50 fight against punchers.
Bro, I
Or-
don't know. I don't know, bro. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know. The thing about Ben is, do we know for sure that he's a puncher? Yeah, you can knock out Chris Algieri. Boots can't knock out Chris Algieri. He can't. Boots, you
Bro,
didn't knock.
that's like fighting a Christian tournament, bro. Come on.
Nah, because I ain't even trying to shit on Chris Algieri, but I'm just saying that the highlight reel knockouts that Conor has, and they're very good, that on some level, yes, he can punch on some level, but let's not make him out to be better beat here, guys. Like yeah, if he hit Boots ain't
but that's
gonna
what
know
I'm saying.
to do.
Like, let's not make Boots out to be better beat. Like, this dude isn't like, he's not Sugar Ray Leonard, bro. Like, he's talented, he's athletic, he's skilled, but he doesn't have the IQ, man. And the guys who don't have the brains, it doesn't matter how skilled they are. They're gonna get fucked up eventually.
I mean, I think they would. I agree with you about 54. You really gonna have to tighten up at 54 because you can't bully people at 54. Once you go up, that bully shit you did with Evanesia, you ain't gonna be able to do that shit, bro. Like, not. You're gonna have to tighten up and box. But
That part.
you know what I mean? Like, he gonna.
That's what
have
I see with David, right? We just seen that with David. Once he went up to
Exactly.
face that other guy, it was the completely changed the ballgame.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I would pick Boots to beat Conor Ben. I don't look at that as a close fight. I look at the Norman fight as maybe being closer because that's a big welterweight. And we can see that he can punch. He destroyed Santi Liang, dog. He destroyed that man, bro. Don't let that motherfucker hit you. Don't let him hit you. Shout out to motherfucking Will. David Evanesian was a puncher, though, which shows me that Boots has a chin. That's a good point. David can punch. But I'm curious if he's tough enough to handle a Tim Tszyu, though. It's too soon for that conversation.
Man.
It's too soon.
You know what it is? I think it's what's it called? The power when you're getting hit by certain ranges is different. Like when you're up close and you could kind of see it all happen in front of you, it's I'm not saying it's weaker, but it's to a degree not as bad. But when you get hit by kind of like a sharpshooter like Tim would do to Boots or anyone else, I think that's way worse because it's a shot that you can't even really like react
I was
to.
just gonna say
Bro,
that.
perfect example is Boots. Go look at how he knocked out Custio Clayton, who's bigger than Avanesian, versus Avanesian where he's just sitting on the inside. He had full range of motion on the counter punch with Clayton. Like that's how he should have fought Avanesian. But
Yeah, like it's that on the inside. You know how they say that you smother your work. When you're that close to the guy, you don't really have enough room to drive the shot and really turn into it. Whereas if you have a bit more room to get the hand out, the shot does more damage. So that's how you know Artur is a freak, because he be close as hell to motherfuckers, and little ass short punches, he destroys motherfuckers, which is not the norm. In the phone booth, it takes something off the punches normally when you're in the phone booth because you don't have a lot of room to drive the punch. There's not as much on it.
bro, he threw a feint. Marcus Brown lost his equilibrium.
Yo, he beat the shit out of Marcus, dog. That shit was wrecked.
Yo,
He beat the shit out of Marcus, dog. But wasn't his head split in that fight? Was that the one where his head was split?
yeah, but I think Marcus Brown
headbutts, bro. Yo,
Bro, he does that a
Marcus
lot.
Brown got to be penalized for that. They got to put a glove on that man's head or something.
You know
bro,
that he
'cause
said he
I
gonna
saw-
go to cruiserweight. He said he gonna go.
Who said that? Who said that?
Marcus Brown, bro. He said that.
Who?
Bro, he's
For
gonna
what,
go to
bro?
cruiserweight,
Get his ass
and then he's
beat.
gonna
What
go
you
to the
waiting
hospital.
For real.
And then he's gonna go to the hospital.
Nah, what the fuck? Nah, I don't. Can he not make the weight no more or something? Like, what do you mean he's going to? I don't understand. Why is he going to cruiserweight?
Bro, he literally said that shit. He gonna go to. I'm like, for what, dog? You trying to go to the hospital, bro?
But there's no money up there. There's
Bro,
no
hospital,
insurance.
no payday.
Wait a minute. No, there's money. Turkey like Ja open. Like, look.
Oh.
No bullshit. It's more money. If you really, really look at it, there's more money at cruiserweight than 168. Hear me out. Here's why. Everybody ain't gonna get the Canelo fight. All the money at 168 is the Canelo fight. Well, everybody ain't gonna get that shit. But at cruiserweight, Chris Billum Smith draws, bro. That is money behind that kid. He ain't the greatest, but he sells some tickets. Jai
Bro.
Opataya. Turkey like Jai Opataya, bro. He got
Bro.
that Saudi connect. So it's
Yo,
money
Turkey-
up there.
Turkey likes Jai Opataya, but if he matches him with Marcus Brown, I can tell you he does not like Marcus Brown.
Nah, he really don't like
Bro,
Marcus
Opataya would fuck him up.
bro, he would explode, bro. Like he would just he'll pump fake and Marcus explode. He won't even touch him. Just pump fake him. And Marcus' head will pop off. Like, nah, you don't belong at this weight, Marcus. What you doing, bro? Go fight Shakur.
Hey, yeah. Caleb McCumbee, man. What's up with that? How y'all feel?
Yo, who I've never seen such a name where you like look at it and you know that person's a bum. Like you didn't have to look at the box rate. You didn't have to see. Look.
No, wait. Nah, stop. You're not gonna tell me you heard Steve Claggett and you didn't know he was a bum.
Nah. You know what it was, bro? I actually saw Steve Claggett fight before, so I was like, all right, bro, this dude's not good, but like he's not complete trash.
Hey, McCumbie's unbeaten, bro. You better stop.
I'm just saying, my man's 28-0 with 21 knockouts, man.
That's what I was gonna say. He's 28.
Bro, I want to see those 21 knockouts,
I just looked at his record, bro, and his whole career, he's only fought one person who had a losing record. So, I mean, I'm not saying he belongs in there. I think Caleb's look what Caleb
just went say it, bro. Caleb is gonna get planted. Is that what you saying? That Caleb is gonna get planted?
No, hell no. What I'm saying is, he's fighting. I think it's a smart move. Like, look, he went through hell with Canelo. You know, he served up Darrell, and then he went through hell with Benavidez. Like, at the elite level, man, you gotta pace yourself, man.
No, and he does need a rebound.
Yeah. So you know what, and that's what I'm saying. And I'm like, you know what, man? I said, you know what? I don't know who the fuck McCumbee is. He's probably garbage. Most likely will be. Sliver of chance he's really good. I was like, but you know what? Caleb deserves a little comeback, take it easy, bounce back.
No, he doesn't.
With a dude with a respectable record.
Nah, he do. It's been a year, bro. It's been a year since he fought, bro.
So
that shit with David was
That's his fault.
March, bro. I'm saying. What you gonna do?
Caleb.
No, that's his fault.
No. Caleb played with the.
Hold on. Look at the landscape.
Wait.
Go ahead, Leo. Go ahead, Leo.
Caleb planned this with the PVC. Don't forget.
Yeah, that's his fault.
If he has problems having dates, if he has problems getting out of this contract, I don't think we can put everything on him.
No, that's his fault for staying with him. All these guys are leaving. Man, I'm gonna make y'all mad, bro. He's ducking Edgar. I think Edgar Berlanga would beat Caleb Plant, bro.
See, here you go.
Bro, you're wild.
No, he's doing the hipster shit, bro. He just want to say some edgy shit.
Caleb will fucking dust. He'll dust fucking Berlanga, bro.
That's what we doing, Julio.
How many times, bro? How many times he's gonna, How many times he's gonna fool y'all with that bullshit ass shoulder roll, man? Caleb, listen. This is the problem. If a guy can punch, bro, you can automatically just call it for like the puncher, because fucking Caleb has this dumbest tendencies, the shittiest shoulder roll, where this guy gets hit with the same shit over and over again every fucking fight. Like he's a left hook magnet.
Wait a minute. What fucking? So what do you? Wait a minute. This is bizarre. I never hear anybody argue in favor of Edgar Berlanga. What? Edgar's a seriously, bro? Seriously,
bro. Edgar can punch.
Fight. And you saw it, and you said, "Yeah, that's the guy that beat Caleb Plant."
Yes.
In all fairness,
Coceres doesn't fight like Caleb.
I was about to say, in all fairness, he did preface it with, "I'm about to make y'all mad." So,
bro, like,
because
Caleb is like that dude is like, we just talked about the Floyd Mayweather, like, clones. Like, that guy is one of the worst culprits. Like, his style is terrible. Like, he gets hit with dumb shit. He doesn't have a backhand.
As opposed to Edgar Berlanga, who's amazing.
But Edgar Berlanga, it's like what you said earlier, bro. Edgar Berlanga is physically stronger. Like, he'd probably take a punch better than Caleb. 100%.
No. One at a time. First and foremost, Romer Angulo had Edgar gunshot. Steve Rose had him lost in the sauce. He didn't know what to do.
Life or death.
That's because he is a shitty IQ. Like, he's not a good boxer, but he's a good puncher.
Here's what you're missing, bro. When you talk about Caleb Plant's chin, brother, you're holding him against David Benavidez, who weighs 250 fucking pounds, and Canelo. And Canelo Alvarez, bro. Nobody else has pierced that man's beard.
But I'm not talking about his chin. I'm talking about him just getting hit with dumb shit against punchers. Like, Benavidez. Listen, Benavidez couldn't knock him out.
Get hit with dumb shit.
He does, but he has more power than Caleb. Caleb's not gonna knock Edgar out.
I don't know that. I
Bro, I don't
literally
think
don't
so.
know
Bro,
that.
Are you gonna, bro? I bet you Caleb goes 12 with his next
No,
fight.
listen,
I
timing-
bet you
hey,
that shit
listen,
goes to decision.
Listen.
Bro,
Timing
no,
has
wait a minute.
big
Wait
impact.
a fucking minute. Because
Go ahead,
Edgar didn't go 12 with Coceres and 12 with Rolls. Stop, bro.
Wait, bro. We're comparing. Who's this guy, McElwee? We're comparing McElwee with Steve Rose and Coceres, two solid
Because,
journeymen.
no, my thing is, how do you preemptively castigate Caleb for going the distance because Edgar didn't go the distance with journeyman? He didn't go the distance with Romer and Gulo. He didn't go the distance with Steve Rose. He didn't go the distance with Coceres.
And I'm telling you, Caleb is gonna go the distance in his next fight.
Let me say this.
No, not a
we
fucking
have
chance.
to
But
we
all
have
right.
to stop this shit. Edgar Berlanga has never fought at world level, not win.
Never.
We have to stop. this
Never.
shit.
Thank
like he's
you.
gonna
Oh my
do
God.
something
Fuck
at the
yeah.
world.
The most
He
obvious.
hasn't
And
proved
Caleb
nothing about it.
Plant has never won at world level. So it's a 50-50
Yeah.
fight. In
Yes,
which
he
case,
has.
I favor the
No,
puncher.
What?
What world level? Wait, hold on. What's Caleb Plant's world level win?
Well, first off, let's get
Oskateki.
Oskategi's garbage.
No, he won.
Nah,
you
wasn't when he was beating Durrell.
You are trolling, bro. You trolling. Uskateki is better than
What's Uskategi's resume?
Bro.
How do you know Uskategi's world level? What's his big wins?
Stop. You telling me that Uskateki wouldn't be the best name on Edgar's resume?
Yes, I don't disagree there, but only because Caleb Plant beat him. That's his only like.
He would beat Berlanga, bro. What are we talking
Who did
about?
who did Uskategi beat? His biggest win is a loss against a pillow fist fighter. Like, come on,
Look at
fellas.
his experience level, and he was a legitimate.
Oh, his experience level. This is like you sound like when Teofimo fans were defending Steve Claggett. Look at his experience.
I tell you what. Anthony Durrell is a better name than any
Anthony Durrell wakes up out on his feet, bro.
Stop.
That dude woke up out on his feet this morning. Like,
Billy Joe Saunders knocked out Coceres, but you telling me Edgar's a puncher?
Whoa. Billy Joe Saunders is world level though. Billy Joe Saunders in his prime was a very good middleweight.
Puncher, bro. He's not.
No, but he was a good fighter. He was actually a world class fighter.
Not at super middleweight.
Not at super middle. He had a short run at super middle, but 160. Saunders was nice, bro. 168. Okay, fair enough. But I'd say he's a pretty good boxer. Like, let's not shit on Billy Joe.
Let me read the super chat. Will said, "I want Berlanga versus Mobili or Munguia versus Berlanga." That dude ain't fighting Mobili.
Hasn't Berlanga been dropped before too?
Berlanga loses both of his
Yes,
fights.
bro. That's what I'm saying. You got dropped by a non-puncher in Coceres. Yo, dog. Did y'all see what Pacheco did to Coceres? He damn near killed that man.
Bro, but I'm not arguing that Berlanga's a good boxer. I'm not making that big claim. I'm saying he beat Caleb Plant.
All I know.
No, I'm saying he beat Caleb Plant.
All I know is that Caleb Plant has as
No, but
many
listen,
knockouts.
Benavidez. Hold on, fellas. Benavidez isn't a good boxer. He beat Caleb Plant. Like, this is not crazy talk. Benavidez is not a good boxer. And he beat Caleb Plant.
All I know is that Caleb Plant
We're splitting hairs.
Knockouts. Caleb Plant has as many knockouts the last couple years as Edgar Berlanga does. Edgar Berlanga went on a long streak of unanimous decision wins. What the fuck are we talking about? Edgar Berlanga's this monster puncher.
No, this is the funny shit. And this is the funny shit. Caleb's knockout of Anthony Durrell is more devastating than any knockout Edgar has in the last 4 years, dog. Who you got? Padraig McCrory. Bro, who the fuck even is that, bro?
And once again, Berlanga has only faced journeyman.
He didn't
Listen. Look at Caleb. Look at Caleb's last 5 fights. All world title fighters. Either
wow. Anthony Durrell, world title fighter? Are you being serious?
Cool
I'm the unserious one? All right.
Hey, no, listen, cool story, bro. That's your opinion, but I'm laying out facts.
No, that's not my opinion.
Durrell
How many years was Durrell out of the ring before he fought Caleb?
Bro, listen. My point remains the same, bro. I'm talking experience, bro. Look who fucking Berlanga's been in the ring with. And look what he went through with these dudes for 12 rounds. And look who Caleb shared the ring with. And look how his shit fared with world-class dudes who have either held world titles, challenged for them multiple times, or fucking, you know what I mean? Like, these guys are world-class guys. Berlanga has not fought a world-class fighter yet.
Bro, like a couple years ago, Caleb Plant was the guy that was holding the 168 hostage. He's holding the red belt hostage from Canelo. Like, what is it? Where is this coming from that Caleb had this meteoric rise? Like he's fucking Inoue or some shit. Caleb, listen, hold on. Caleb did his fair bit of bump slaying leading up to the Canelo fight. He fought Canelo, got his ass whooped, ran the whole fight, came back, knocked out old ass Anthony Durrell, knocked his ass out of the old folks home, and then he came back and got his ass whooped by David Benavidez. Like where is this shit coming from that he's like this elite boxer? He's not.
I'm about to help you out with what you just said.
I think PBC promoted a hell of a fight with Canelo, and that's why you guys think that.
Hold on. You just said Caleb held up. You just said Caleb held up 168 with that title. You can't hold up. No.
All right.
Listen, no, I'm not arguing. But here's where I'm gonna get you. You can't hold some shit up. All right, if you're not world class and you're not legitimate and you're not a risk and or threat to others, you can't hold shit up.
No, he was holding the belt hostage from Canelo.
No, he
was. He waited to.
No, he didn't.
He literally did.
No, he didn't.
Oh my God! He waited to fight Canelo. Yes, he did.
No, he did not.
To answer your question about Anthony Durrell,
we're just rewriting history now.
Brother. Okay, well, first off, talk about rewriting history. You talked about how long was Anthony Durrell? How many years was out? Less than one. His fight before Caleb
how many months
was 11 months. That's standard for this day and age.
Oh wow!
So stop that shit. Second off, that Caleb Plant was somehow the one holding back the Canelo fight. Like everybody at 168 was holding back unification fights.
No, they weren't.
Fucking everyone.
No, they weren't. Danny Jacobs fought Canelo. Canelo fought Saunders.
So hang on,
the reason Caleb Plant was last was for a reason.
Didn't have a belt at 168.
Like, come on, bro. Just keep your weight straight.
I'm gonna just support dude on one thing. Look, man, I'd rather see Berlanga get a shot than Plant. Like it's the known versus the unknown. Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, he should be fighting Berlanga though.
It's like
that's what should be.
If Berlanga can win, he can win. If he gets flattened, he gets flattened. But the book's still out on him. Plant, we've seen there, been there, done that. Maybe a year or two he gets a shot. But I'd rather see Berlanga get his head knocked off than see Plant again.
Berlanga.
Okay, see, I respect that because what you're basically saying is that you like Caleb Plant better than Edgar. That's fine. Like, if you're a fan of either or, I really don't care. But to me, like, this idea that Caleb has had this meteoric rise to the sport, he's this elite super middleweight, is nonsense. He had the belt. He defended it against the Subway guy, not the pedophile, Mike Lee, I think. He's a decent fighter, but the idea that he's levels above Edgar Berlanga, that's actual exaggeration. They both did their fair share of bum slaying. And if they fought, I think it would be a competitive fight. In which point I would lean towards Edgar. In all seriousness.
Caleb's back in line.
So here's my point. With what you just said about Caleb, if you apply that same logic to Berlanga, what has Berlanga done that shows you he's capable of hanging with Caleb Plant?
He could punch hard. He could punch hard. And if you looked at Caleb Plant's fights, that's all you need.
Punch hard?
Yeah, that's all you need.
People Caleb has fought that can punch hard?
Yeah, he's lost to most of them. Canelo Alvarez and David Benavidez.
Yeah.
When you can penetrate his shoulder roll, if you can get past the shoulder roll, the fight's over because Caleb doesn't have a backhand. So he's just going to be getting hit all night.
If Berlanga can hit hard,
against Canelo, he was backing up the whole time. Why? Because he kept getting hit.
If Berlanga can hit hard, how come he didn't?
Bro, listen, his only two losses are to fucking Canelo and Benavidez.
Yeah, Benavidez isn't a great boxer either.
And Edgar Berlanga is going life and death with fucking dudes who aren't even world class yet. What are we talking about, bro?
I mean, like I said, you could apply a lot of this to Benavidez early in his career as well. And somehow because Caleb fought him, he's like this great contender.
No. In this scenario, you can't apply it to Benavidez. Hold on, let me finish this, and then it's yours, bro. You can't apply it to this one because Benavidez, unlike Berlanga, Benavidez has a ridiculous height and weight advantage over all his opponents. Berlanga doesn't have that, so you can't apply that same logic.
And reach.
But I mean, go like I said, watch Edgar early in his career. That mean his whole career up until
No, 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 no,
Caleb
no.
was bum sling.
Hold on. Let me read the super chat now. Police said, where do you rank Fernando Martinez on your pound for pound list after his win over Kazuto? He's at number 10. He comes in at number 10
Yo,
for
what's
that
up,
one.
Jules? I almost didn't see you there, Skinny Dick.
All right, hold on. I think I missed one. Let me see. Hold on.
Yeah, Drew.
Yeah, you
Let
get
me
lost
see.
in the veins, man. That should be happening.
You're getting lost in the veins, yo. Shout out to motherfucking Drew. I got Bohach. Oh, you do have Bohachu, you weenie. Motherfucking
Okay,
Team
Drew, what
Manny
the fuck?
Robles. He said Team
Fine,
Manny
Drew let his
Robles.
nothing out.
Everything I said about Virgil, I let my daddy slap me and spend my money Ortiz was factual. I'm gonna tell you what, now let me say this. Back to the shit. This is the thing. Edgar had an aggressive guy in front of him. They put him in there against two different styles, two different types of guys, and both times he literally didn't know what to do. Where at least Benavidez would have stayed in character. Because he fought Romer and Gulo. That's a common opponent between them. David knocked him out. Not cold sleep out, but TKO, referee stoppage, whatever the fuck the shit is. Where Edgar was scared, dog. He was so scared he bit the motherfucker. That's the motherfucker that he bit. And you telling me this guy? Nah, I need to see it to believe it, bro.
Well, let me make it a little more nuanced then. How about this? Like, okay, Kayla's back in line, right? So it's probably David and Billy, Munguia, Berlanga, and then Plant behind them. As far as like a order of list, who we want to see, or that all that shit sort itself out. Like Kayla's back down the ladder. Like, let's just keep it a buck. Berlanga's higher.
Nah, I'm not. Let me say, we talking about a fight. We talking about if they fight, right? I would have Mobility knocking out Caleb. Yes, he throws way too much for Caleb, and you're not gonna be able to hold him off, or hold him back. That's not Edgar, bro. Edgar's the dude. Romer was right in front of you. You could have let your hands go. You didn't want to, bro. Just kept holding, and then you bit the motherfucker out of frustration.
Yep,
Literally.
bro. I can't say this enough. Steve Rolls stayed in the pocket with Edgar Berlanga, bro.
That's Steve Rolls, man.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm not. I didn't accuse Edgar Berlanga of being a good boxer.
Jason
No,
Quigley
bro,
went
he's
the
not a good
distance with this
fighter.
man.
Yo,
Boxer.
who's the dude that just knocked out Steve Rolls? Because Steve Rolls just got knocked out, by the way, for those that don't know.
And you know what? We don't remember his name.
Yeah, and Edgar couldn't.
Stephen
Edgar
Butler.
could knock the. Stephen Butler, yeah.
In one round.
Hey, eso, hermano. Hey, y después de pelea con fucking Berlanga.
Yo, dog, do you understand how? Julio, stop trolling me, please.
I'm not trolling, bro.
You're trolling.
I'm a die. This is the one hill I'm a die.
Julio,
I don't care if it's contrarian.
Listen. Do you understand how bad it is that Stephen Butler was able to knock out Rolls in one round, and Edgar, the big puncher, could not?
Hey, I'm in the minority with this guy. I want to see Edgar. I want to see it.
Hey, Julio, check it out.
Listen.
Julio,
I
check
didn't
it
say
out.
I didn't want to see it. I didn't say I didn't want. I want to see it. I do
I
want to
ain't
see
gonna
it.
lie. Hey, I think the fight's gonna happen. I think it's coming. If Caleb Plant and fucking Berlanga do come to fruition, Julio.
I think Jaime Munguia Berlanga is a better fight.
All right, let's do it.
I'm your Huckleberry, bro. Whatever
Let's do it.
you want, let's bet. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Jules,
I got you.
real quick.
Let's do it, fam. I got you.
Jules, real quick.
Go ahead.
I read something about fucking Plant is fighting Trevor McCumbee next. Are you kidding me?
Bro, where you been, bro? We've
been all through that.
Bro, you won't believe it. You won't believe what we just talked about.
Bro, that shit went down.
No, wait a minute, bro. This the shit. Bro, this the shit. I'm not making excuses. It's just I understand that dude ain't fought since March of last year, bro. He ain't fought like who was he gonna fight a year layoff? Who was he gonna fight? Billy?
And Jules, my man took in his last 3 fights, 2 out of 3, he took fucking beatings, man. Hey, he deserves a soft touch. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I like.
They could have got him that mall fight, bro.
I think that you know what they might. You never know. But
Bro,
the
he
shit is
bitch
that,
slapped him like I don't even know
but the
what.
shit
Bro.
is that when the only 2 dudes that beat you is Canelo and Benavidez. Nah, I can't. Cause Edgar, who you fought, bro? Who you
Bro,
want?
Benavidez.
Jason Quigley.
You know what I
Alright.
mean? Like,
Because Sarah's not.
We're
gonna
all
man.
so are we all aboard
Hey,
the
matter of
Benavidez
fact,
Free
train?
drag
Dude,
McCrory.
No, I'm not.
you-
But I'm saying that okay, this dude been in here with Canelo and Benavidez and Durrell, a former champion in that succession, right? Canelo, Durrell, Benavidez, and who you fought, bro? Who's you fighting?
Bro, but why not apply this same scrutiny on Caleb Plant? Yeah, you fought fucking Anthony Durrell. Okay, you got knocked out by Canelo.
Durrell is better than anybody on
Bro,
Edgar's resume.
Anthony Durrell, no, he's not, bro. Anthony Durrell at 38 years old was trash. He was finished, bro.
Because Anthony Durrell would have went the distance with motherfucking Romer and
Bro,
Gulo.
Durrell was literally his soft touch before the fucking Benavidez fight. Like,
Stop. You
like
are trolling. You trolling.
no, bro. All right. So PBC. So we can all agree that PBC does this bullshit ass matchmaking unless Caleb Plant. Then they make sure to match it nice and hard to give him Anthony Durrell. Like, come on, fellas.
Because that's what they've been doing with Edgar. They've been matching.
No, I didn't say that. I literally said earlier. I said no.
Bro,
Listen.
that's a
I said
former
earlier.
champion, bro.
I said
Arguing.
I said earlier. Caleb Plant did his fair share of bump slaying, just like Edgar did. If we actually look at the resume,
he's still bum slaying, bro. What are you
hold on,
talking about?
so is Caleb. Who is his next opponent? Are we acting crazy? Are we in crazy town?
Hold on, get out your feelings for a second.
Hold up. We let him slide on that question you had. He didn't answer it. Hold up. We're all saying, we all agree, except you, bro. And that's why this is fun. We all agree that Durrell is a better scout than anyone on Berlanga's resume. So now we need you to provide the name from Berlanga's resume because you skated out of that one. Provide the name of Berlanga's resume.
No, I said Berlanga fought bums. I said that. I called Berlanga bum slayer.
Bro,
So then you can't downplay Anthony Durrell.
But guys, I'm saying Anthony Durrell isn't some great scout.
Yo, it's not past tense. It's not he fought bums, but he still fights bums.
Caleb Plant is still fighting bums. Look at his next opponent.
How the fuck is he fighting bums if the last three dudes he fought was Canelo, Durrell, and Benavidez?
So why is he taking a step back? Everyone was praising him when he came back against Benavidez. Caleb isn't afraid of the smoke. He makes the big fights happen. Why not? Why not jump in there with Edgar? Why not?
Berlanga's not smoke, bro.
So why not jump in? So and McKelvey is?
Yo, I never heard nobody go this hard for Edgar, bro.
Yeah, you
never
might
in my
step up.
life,
Bro, I'm not going hard for Edgar. I'm just casting doubt on Caleb. I literally said Edgar's a bum slayer.
Okay, wait.
If I didn't know any, but I think
What's
Caleb
the
told this
reason?
guy's.
Go ahead, Leo. What's the reason, please?
Okay,
Yeah, go ahead, Leo. Go ahead.
We are talking about David. We always talk shit about David Benavidez because the situation with Canelo Alvarez compared with him is trash. Yeah, and David Benavidez, I think he proved us all after his last fight that this guy is not pound for pound in the way that people is praising him. But yeah, at super middleweight, yeah, it's top 5.
No.
It's top
You guys,
five.
I think. Hold on. No, I'm addressing the first part. I think you guys criticize Benavidez because of the situation with Canelo. I criticize Benavidez because of that and because he fucking sucks. He sucks.
I'm not. No, wait, shut the fuck up. Wait, shut the fuck up. Wait, shut the fuck up. Yes, David sucks. Edgar sucks more, bro. He's a fucking Hoover. He's a fucking Hoover, bro. Are you kidding me?
Bro, hold on. I got a question.
Nah, bro, you're letting him slide. My man's a Dyson, bro. He's a
Has
Dyson,
Edgar
bro.
ever
He's
been a champion?
No.
Then shut the fuck up. That's the end of the conversation, bro.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Wait, real talk. Wait, shut the fuck up. Real talk. Has he ever even fought a champion?
No, yeah, that was the next set of questions. That's the next in line. Has he ever fought a former champion or a reigning champion?
That's right.
No.
Then shut the fuck up. That's the end of the conversation.
No, guys, he won the vacant
Let's apply the same standards to Caleb. All right. Okay. Let's do it. What was his first title?
The IBF from Uzbekistan.
Against whom? Oh wow. Okay. And what was his title run?
What you mean? He has a
like who did he defend?
Bro,
no, I'm saying who did he? No, I'm saying Caleb. Who did he defend his IBF against?
Wait. don't act brand new. Mike Lee, the sandwich guy, was just about as good as anybody that ever.
Wow. Mike Lee, the sandwich guy.
So look.
Jules, Edgar's resume, bro.
Jules, okay. So this guy is defending his world title against Edgar's resume. So what's the difference then, really? They're both fight according to Caleb Plant. They're both fighting championship level fighters.
No. The difference is that yes, did he fight Mike Lee, the sandwich guy? Yeah, but he also fought Canelo. He also fought.
And what happened?
Terrell. He also fought Jose Uzcategui. He also fought David Benavidez. Edgar, who did you fight?
Hey, Jules, hold on. This one's gonna break the whole shit open, bro. It's fucking hilarious, but it's true. We forgot about this motherfucker, bro. Caleb Truax is better than anybody on Berlanga's resume.
Why? Wait, no. How is Caleb Truax better? Who did Caleb? We're just doing resume. We're just gonna go on a rabbit hole of resume talk.
No, wait a minute.
He was the world champion.
No.
When he fought Caleb?
Wait a minute. Shut your fucking mouth. He beat James DeGale, a gold medalist, you fucking prick.
Okay, yes. Fair enough. I can't even
And he was the world
But look, wait, hold on, fellas. You see how far back you had to look at Caleb's resume in order to catch me?
I cannot even look at Edgar's resume. What am I
y'all had to pull up, y'all still had to pull up BoxRec to defend Caleb Plant. Caleb Plant is not it. You get stopped.
If I pull up BoxRec on Berlanga, I can't defend shit. So
I'm sorry, I didn't know that Ulysses Sierra was fucking defendable.
Here's the best part. Hey, Hermano, panel, check it out. Here's the best part.
No.
He just said, see how far back he had to go in his resume to defend him? Matter of fact, I challenge you to go back to any point in Berlanga's resume.
Y'all had to get into the DeLorean from Back to the Future to find a defense for Caleb Plant.
No, because like I said,
yeah,
Anthony Durrell, as shitty as he is, he's better than anybody Edgar fought. Than everybody Edgar fought.
And so is Caleb Truax.
For real.
I think we're the standards are so low.
No,
like
bro, listen.
Bro, y'all were doing forensic work. Y'all were NCSI on Caleb's resume.
They must be low if you're defending Edgar Berlanga.
I'm not. I called him a bum. I'm just saying he beat Caleb Plant.
Here's what's happening. You can call us forensics and all that shit, bro, right? But here's what's happening. We're debating a theoretical fight, and you are using opinion, and we're just using facts. I'm sorry.
No, I believe I'm using facts. So we were all alive. Hold on. Presumably, we were all alive during this period of PBC, where they were just giving everyone title fights. They were just matching up their fighters with anyone. If Edgar Berlanga was in the same position, their careers would be identical, bro. They're not fighting top opposition.
No. You're not using facts if you got an if. There's no if. Edgar never fought a champion. He's never been a champion. He never even fought a former champion. What are you talking about?
Bro,
but it is a fact. We can agree on the fact that Caleb has been matched off throughout his career.
You said
and his highs, his highs are his lows. His highs are his lows. We can agree on that. His highs are his lows.
Bro, the shit is at least he fought a Jose Uzcategui. At least he held the IBF.
Wow, he held it. You're right. You're right. He definitely held it. He immediately put that shit into Canelo's hands.
He defended it, and he defended it twice.
And against Canelo was one of those defenses. And he lost to him, but it was Canelo.
Yeah,
there's no shame in losing to Canelo, dog.
Bro, do you really think Berlanga makes it to 11 rounds with Canelo? Have you lost your mind?
No.
Exactly.
No.
But we're split. You see how we're splitting hairs? Okay, Canelo knocks out two bums.
That's not splitting hairs. That's a fucking.
The other thing.
That's a bro. Are you kidding me? That's a chasm.
No, I'm not splitting hairs. What I'm saying is the distance between Edgar and Caleb, I don't believe is that much, and I believe Edgar could win.
Okay, you're telling me David Benavidez sucks so much. I'm telling you, at super middleweight is top 5. Can you tell me 5 names that can beat David Benavidez? Besides Canelo, obviously.
Jaime Munguia, David Morrell. Yeah, Jaime Munguia would be
David is not at 168.
Yeah.
My man's
Jaime Munguia has a jab.
Pounds right now, bro. He ain't making 168.
Yeah, you said Jaime. He said give him 5 names. You said Jaime 2 times.
No, I said Canelo, Hyman,
He
David
said besides
Morrell
Canelo. Besides
David
at
Canelo.
Morrell is
168.
not. David Morrell is not at 168 no more, dog. You know that already. He's going to 175.
Pacheco. I think his boy Pacheco would beat him.
Pacheco.
Yeah, I gotta dig it. I gotta listen.
Oh, okay, he's not serious.
No, I'm trolling. But I'm trolling. No, I'm trolling. I'm trolling. But we can easily say that 168 is starting to become a little shallow.
Hey,
I could cop out.
Switch Julio's name to Ryan Garcia? Can we switch that? Can we?
No, hang on. I just need to get this out of my system because this is, I've said this several times, but I can't stop saying it. Your entire premise that he beats Caleb Plant is that he's this great puncher. Bro, he couldn't knock out Jason Quigley, who couldn't last more than 2 rounds with Demetrius fucking Andrade. What are we doing here?
But we're talking about resumes only, bro. Like, if Jason Quigley had a shoulder roll that was designed, that was like a magnet for punches, then maybe he would have, but he doesn't.
What is that to do with the price of back bacon?
That's actual. That has to do with boxing. That has to do with boxing. Like, Caleb Plant has flaws. No, listen. You're not listening. Caleb Plant has flaws that make him a victim to big punches. Like, and it's not. I'm not talking crazy. We literally seen it in 2 of his last couple fights. Like, he becomes a victim to guys who can punch.
No, it makes.
So look. I'm resting on the premise that Edgar can hurt Caleb, and if Caleb realizes that in the first couple rounds, he's gonna get beat up.
So now you got ifs. Now you're not sure Berlanga can win. I got you.
No. I say I favor Berlanga. Yeah.
Okay, so if they
I think they're around the same level. And I wouldn't be surprised.
Right, so we're clear. If they do fight, you're gonna state the amount, and we will make an official bet on the live with everyone to witness. I got you, bro. I got you.
I hope the fight gets announced after this fight.
Yeah, bro. I mean, I think he's gonna fight. What's his nuts? I think they're gonna make a Caleb Munguia after this. I don't think they're gonna do a Berlanga. Because here's the thing, man. The promoters and everybody else knows it, just like we know it. You just don't agree with it. But Berlanga's not ready for Caleb. He's not ready. So, like if he gets a Canelo fight, that's a gift. The Canelo's doing that's a pass.
Yeah, I don't disagree there. But if in the potential that Berlanga makes it to a decision against Canelo, if that fight is next, then what's gonna happen? Are we gonna favor Berlanga over Caleb?
Yeah, but I'll give you this, Julio. I will give you this, man. I will give you this. And I said this the other day to one of my homeboys. I was like looking at Berlanga, man. I'm like, the time has come. He's got to take that next step up. And you know what? It's going to have to be against a Caleb Plant level type of fighter. Whether it's Caleb himself or not, that next step up has to be a Caleb Plant level or people are going to lose interest in him.
I agree. But I've heard, it's sounding like he's going to fight Canelo. So I don't know.
I fucking hope not.
Let me read the super chat. Shout out to Will. Historically speaking, when is the IBF had known names in their rankings? I'm not saying he beat world beaters, but they were all ranked. What's the issue? RNS once said, where is William in all of this? His silence speaks volumes. You've been calling him out since 2022, and we only hear from Oscar Panda, his manager, but not him. You talking about Shakur and that shit? Bro,
yeah. Zepeda's been saying his name, though. I think it's Oscar that's stopping the fight.
No, that's obvious. Motherfucking Mr. Calderon said if Canelo fights Edgar next, he stops him in 6. If he gets stopped sooner than Caleb did, bro, what's the reaction going to be?
It depends on what kind of fight it is. Because, if Edgar, if Edgar steps up and actually gives us a fight, and he gets stopped in the 6th round, cool. That's a moral victory. If he runs around the whole time, then all right, fuck that.
No, wait a minute. So Edgar can get moral victories, but Caleb can't?
Caleb ran.
Bro, get off your knees, bro. Just get off your fucking knees.
Yeah, bro, you ain't gonna suck your dick, bro.
I'm a double amputee, sir. That's very offensive to say that to me.
And
listen. I'm gonna fucking go to sleep. This has been a good live.
Hey, Jules, before you go, Drew says you missed one of his super chats.
Okay, let me go back up. Go back up. Shit, there's a lot, bro. What the fuck? I think I found it. Set them straight, Julio. Berlanga stops Plant. Y'all motherfuckers crazy.
If Drew's agreeing with me, maybe I am crazy.
bugging.
Bro, y'all motherfuckers crazy. Like,
I'm saying
don't
I
see it.
appreciate the support, Drew. Let's do it.
Ring. I did have a question. I know you're not a Benavidez fan, but let's say there's no Canelo, you retire tomorrow. You don't think David reigns at 168?
I would say this, that all right, let's take Canelo out of the equation. The guy that
Yeah.
I see, there are guys that one guy I see who could be a problem is Mabili. Same base style, same kind of guy, pressure guy. I'm not saying it's a lock that Mabili beats him, but that's like a 50-50 fight, dog. I don't know that David wins that, bro. I seen Mabili. You know what? I saw Mabili in there with a puncher, and he took the shot. He didn't go down. When Gungura hit that motherfucker, he was hurt, but he weathered the shot. I don't know that David stops this dude, bro. I don't.
Can't punch, bro. Bozdik wasn't even blinking at his shot.
The other
So
thing
you
is
don't think David would be the undisputed?
Frank,
Yeah.
the other thing is this.
Fuck no.
Mabili comes from the amateur background. Most people don't realize that Mabili was a solid amateur, dog. Like, he has a kind of Emmy background David don't have. So I can't say that David rules that division. Nah. Because if we take Canelo out of the equation, okay, well, would you have beat David Morrell? You know, when he was there. Would you have beat him? Would you beat Mabili?
Yeah. Like,
No, because Jaime beats David, bro.
Well, I guess
conversely,
I
I
think Billy is the king of the division. You think he beats everybody?
Say it again.
I guess I'm saying so. Like, who would be the king of the division? You don't think David? I think David would be.
I don't. Because if we're gonna look at the division as it's been, right? You got Bektamir Melikuziev, David Morrell, Christian Mabili, and I'm like, Munguia also. I don't think David beats all those guys. Nah, I don't see that.
Conversely, I'd ask, does Benavidez beat everyone that Canelo beat from when he started his campaign at 168?
I don't think
I don't think he beats Triple G at all.
No
version of Triple G. No version.
No. Old G or new G? No, dog.
Would that same version of David be able to go up in weight and challenge guys like Kovalev and Devo? I don't think he would be. I think we found that out already.
Exactly. We got that answer. We answered that question.
Bro,
on that note, I'm going to sleep, dog.
Yeah, that's a good point. Yep.
Ok, nos vemos.